Hello, I'm Monster Gamer, and welcome back to Virtue's Last Reward. It's been a while. Again. Fun times.
2, 1, 0.
What's my flow? Okay.
Chromatic.
I have no idea what's going on.
It appears.
Is this the dead end?
What's that
It
thing
looks
there?
Does that lever move?
Well, that was easy enough.
Sorry. Huh.
Then we are likely meant to go there. I have no idea. There do not seem to be any other mechanisms which might cause them to.
I don't think that's really something we should be worrying about.
You are correct. There is little to be achieved by remaining here.
Forward. Forward. Progression. That little bunny. Man, I kind of miss that.
The rec room,
Zero
apparently. Oh, you didn't see it. There was a plate on the door. It said rec.
Short for recreation. How ironic. I doubt recreation is foremost on any of our minds right now.
Yeah. This with the suit of armor seems kind of weird.
If you think the armor's weird, check that thing out.
Is that a ride?
Yeah. I see them in front of grocery stores all the time. You put a coin in and it kind of rocks around. You must have gone on one at least once when you were a kid.
I have no memory of doing so, but it is possible.
Does this thing mean there were kids here at some point?
No, I don't think so. I guess it's part of someone's collection.
That seems like an exceedingly odd thing to collect.
So this place has a lounge, some sleeping quarters, and now this rec room. It's like we're on some kind of luxury cruise liner.
Now that you mention it, it does give the impression that people are supposed to stay here for an extended period of time. They have a small but well-stocked infirmary. Anyone here would be able to treat at least minor injuries and illnesses.
So you think this room is to help people keep from going out of their minds with boredom?
Yes, relaxation is important in an isolated environment.
Everything anybody needs to live without leaving. I guess they're planning to keep us here for a while, huh? Well, that's not happening.
I agree. Let's just find those moon card things and get out of here.
Ah, there's a door over there.
Not gonna work again. Good. Won't open. Looks like it's locked up tight.
In other words, the moon cards must be in this room somewhere.
Right. Let's find them. Let's look around. Seek a way out. Now what I'm gonna do is just look at the flow because right now
Hey, say, are you in? Why the? That's. We came out the moment the.
right. Everyone's dead. Yada yada. There's a lot of skipping to do because we've already seen all this. Whee! Skipping dialogue. I love skipping dialogue. That's why I didn't do it. There she is.
One minute.
She's probably. Yeah, betray. I'm sure of. Why else would if she wanted? Yeah. Why you ask for BP to? Have you told? She doesn't. And besides, she isn't. Whether she has. Isn't that she wants? Say she default. We could choose. She's here.
10 seconds. 9, 8, 7,
Maybe that's why I
6, 5, 4,
And I.
2, 1.
Alright, lives.
Round 3 of the Ambidex game has been resolved. Thank you, Ambidex.
There we go. He betrayed. Luna. Where's Luna? Maybe a room, but she's gone. Where'd she go?
That's odd. We came out the moment the gates opened. There's no way she could have left already.
Then she was outside of it the whole entire time. There it was. No, she didn't take it.
That doesn't make sense. Why would she show up just when we're about to vote? There was no reason for her to come here if she was just going to default.
Results. Please direct your.
Right, the
Yeah.
results.
Let's go.
Yeah, the only ones left because everyone else is dead. Yep.
Points have. Please check your.
Since Luna didn't vote, she got set to ally automatically, and the other 6 got penalized.
Alright.
5 of them are dead already, and Quark's bracelet is off.
That means all those penalties are meaningless.
Yeah.
We still don't know why Luna showed up, though. There's no reason to come here just to abstain.
I can only guess at her reasons, but I'm sure it was part of some plan.
Plan for what?
Who knows? So what do we do now? Whatever Luna's scheming, we still managed to get 9 BP. Do you want to leave?
No, we can't. We still don't know if Quark is safe. No. No way I'm leaving before we find him.
I agree. I hoped you'd say that. Of course. Let's get moving.
Alright. Sign down. Yeah, the ones where everyone else is dead. Everyone's just killed each other. It's just the way the place goes. So empty. Director's office. Shit, he's not here either.
This is the last room. Well, the last room we can get into.
We haven't seen Luna either.
Yeah.
What the hell? Where the hell did she go?
The number 9 door has been opened.
What?
It will remain open for 9 seconds.
Who? How? What? What?
No, that's not possible.
What's not possible? But one only bit her lip, said nothing. Then all too soon it was over.
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the nonary game. Thank you for
What
your
the hell?
participation. As the game is over, all escape is not possible.
What
Please
the hell?
enjoy your stay.
Who opened the number 9 door? What just happened? It's all over now, isn't it? We're stuck in here forever.
We should go back to the Floor A warehouse. I need to know if the door actually opened or not.
With that, she was off. Yeah. With a sigh, I turned to follow. We can't just look at the door and tell if it was open or not.
True, but the projection should tell us.
What? Luna and Quark escaped? Wait, what?
So it would seem.
Why? How? Almost as if on cue the screen flickered. And Zero Jr. appeared! Yay!
Well, well, well! Long time no Zero! Remember your old pal Zero?
Yeah, you!
I'm guessing somebody's hoping for an explanation about what the diddly-o just happened. Because we're such great friends, I decided to make an exception and descend from on high to give you the 411. Aren't you happy?
So what's this explanation you've got?
Well, let's start with little Quark. He was given an anesthetic that put him to sleep. While he was out, Luna carried him through to the other side of the number 9 door.
But how did she open the
With
door?
Quark's bracelet, you silly bunny. It was still in the infirmary. Remember? Luna just hopped over there and picked it up.
So I was right. Quark had 9 BP when the second round ended.
Yup.
But didn't he get penalized after the third
Yes,
round?
he did. But a penalty can't take away your points. Just your life. The needles popped out and so on, but the points stayed the same.
So Luna took Quark to the door.
And since her bracelet was already off, she wouldn't have suffered
No.
the penalty.
But it wouldn't have mattered anyway.
Oh, right. She's a golem.
All right, I think my tale is through.
Okay, well, I've got some questions for you, buddy.
Not you.
Well, good thing you guys don't have questions for V. That guy's a jerk.
This isn't the alphabet.
You must be feeling pretty good if you're able to joke around like that. I mean, 6 people just died here.
It's not really a big deal. That's just how you humans are, after all. So, as long as you make it, nothing else matters. Am I right?
No, you're wrong.
Don't screw with us!
It's cool. It's cool. I know you gotta act tough. I mean, you chose betray. That means you don't trust Luna, right? Figures? She's a golem. She might even be a murderer. That's why you were planning to leave her here and bone out, wasn't it? You see, it's all about you. Haven't you thought about how sad you've made Luna?
What?
Well, looks like my time here's just about all used up.
Wait. Still have questions.
No, I won't wait. I don't like waiting. I waited once, and some half-witted reptile got the better of me because of it. After that, I learned to make sure to value my time.
The tortoise and the hare.
Alrighty then. I'll see you when I see ya. Have a nice trader.
Alright, bye Zero Jr. Jesus Christ. Well, we're stuck here forever. For a few long moments, fine, I just stared at that spot on the wall where Zero had disappeared. Where had Quark been? Who had given him an aesthetic, and why? We had no idea who killed everyone, and Zero's identity, as well as the purpose of the Nunnery game, remained a mystery. As for our futures, what are we supposed to do now? I hadn't meant to say the words out loud, but there they were.
The tortoise won because he kept going even when it looked hopeless. I think we should do the same. We've got plenty of time after all. We'll give the dead the closest thing to a funeral we can manage. And when that's done, we'll start looking. Even if I never leave this place, I'll figure out why we were here. I swear it.
Yeah, I looked at the fire in her eyes and nodded. If nothing else, at least we had a purpose. That's the end of the Nunnery games. Probably stayed there until life. Game over. Yeah, but look at all this. Look at all this. All the stuff that I need. I don't have that. I don't have that. I don't have that. So basically, everything rides up to this right here. Well, actually, just jump right there. See what happens. Because you never know. Sometimes in
30.
these betraying rounds.
I would have. I mean, Sigma's and I.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
Come on, click.
2, 1. Round result. Thank you. And the
Someone's probably gonna kill me or something. My cat is here.
result, please.
There we are. Yep, there it is.
Points, please.
Sigma, why? You promised. How could you? Why won't you say something? At least give me an excuse. Say you wanted to protect everybody, or you slipped and hit the wrong button. Anything. I don't care if it's a lie. Just say something. I can't trust you anymore. Can I? I see. All right then. You did it so that you could get more points, right?
I wanted to say no, but I couldn't. She was right. Shut my eyes and turned away.
I trusted you. Goodbye.
Luna's face twisted as she spun away, but not before I saw tears glistening in the corner of her eyes. My heart sank into my stomach like a lump of lead. I lost something very precious. Like they say, trust takes years to build, but only a second to break it. If only I could have taken a second back, but it was impossible. That was impossible. Life only moves in one direction, and you can only get to make your choices once. The past is the past, and it stays there.
Hey! Where do you think you're going?
Isn't it obvious? I'm going to look for Quark.
Hey! Wait!
Clover yelled at him, but Temioji ignored her and continued toward the magenta door. She glared at something and receded back and muttered something under her breath. Something must have happened between them.
Tenmyoji, you're going to go look for Quark, right?
Yeah. So?
I want to help.
No thanks.
Really?
Much as I'd like to say that, I need all the help I can get. Think you can give me a hand?
Of course. Let's go.
Great. Now, no one trusts her. No, she's stolen Tenmyoji. Culver was left standing by herself, brows furrowed and head down, deep in thought. Then suddenly she stood straight up and took off through the sign door. Great. Probably no one wants to be around me. So Phi and Kay were left. Where did
He went
Dio?
off toward the yellow door while you and Luna were talking.
He just walked
Yes. He did check the results before he left.
out. I bet he wasn't very happy. If I had chosen Betray, he'd be sitting pretty with 9 BP right now.
I imagine he would. Fortunately, Phi is much too clever for that. That was why I chose Ally. It was an easy decision.
But if you betray her, then you'd have been able to get out.
Perhaps. But I made a promise to Phi.
A promise, huh? Were you really sure Kay wouldn't betray
Of course
you?
not. I'm not an idiot. I didn't really have a choice, though. The only option was to trust him.
That's so.
Yeah. Don't you think that's important? Trusting someone, I mean. All right. We should go and look for Quark, too.
Indeed. Best we split up, wouldn't you say?
Skipping all this because you've seen that version of this. Well, eventually we decide to go back to the warehouse. Oh, Temioji, what's going on? You found Quark?
Wouldn't be here if I hadn't.
Where was
Like
he?
I'm gonna tell you that.
What? Did I do something wrong?
Broke your promise to Luna. I don't like people who break promises.
Oh, great. There was no rebuttal for that. Well, I'm just glad you found him.
Ha! Oh, you got some balls saying that, acting like you give a shit about him.
Is he okay? He looks
He's just
tired.
sleeping. Seems somebody shot him up with some kind of anesthetic.
Someone? Who?
Hell if I know. And honestly, I don't really care anymore.
Why not?
Quark's safe. Now, all I have to do is get him out of here, and this'll all be over.
Wait, you make it sound like you can get out right now.
I can. Well, he can.
How?
Didn't you see the results? Quark's BP is...
Oh, great. 9.
Exactly.
So you're just gonna have him pull the lever and open the number 9
Yeah.
door.
Of course, he's gonna need my help to do that.
But what about you? You've only got 4 BP. Even if you could get the door open, you'll...
3. Now, maybe some you're thinking, oh, if my BP is too low, then I'll just have someone with enough BP and I'll just slip through when it. But that's not if you think you can be sneaky.
Think I don't know that? Doesn't matter though. So long as Quark is safe.
My guard was down. Barely even saw him move. It was until pain exploded in my stomach. I realized Temioji kicked me. let out a strange sort of wheeze and collapse to the floor. Blinking against the pain, I managed to find Temioji again. He maneuvered Quark up to the number 9 door. Stop! Temioji! Moving made me reach. Before I could recover and call out again, he had done it. Temioji had hand pressed Quark's against the lever. He looked back at me over his shoulder. Open. 9 door has been opened.
Sorry, door's almost open, so it's time I was on my way.
Temioji, don't be an idiot. If you're going through there, you'll...
Believe me, I know, but I gotta stay with him as long as I can. Couldn't live with myself if I just tossed him out there unconscious, you know?
And stay here.
Can't do that.
Why not?
There's a killer here. It's too dangerous. I can't take that risk with Quark's life.
The number it will
See ya.
Temioji, wait! Don't do this! Temioji! Temioji! Snake! 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 Snake!
The number 9 door has closed. This ends. Thank you. As the game escape is, please enjoy.
Great. That's how it ended. Had Temioji died, had Quark escaped, I didn't know. Laid my hand gently against my aching stomach and stared up at the ceiling. Faint, approaching footsteps echoed through the warehouse. One of them was a killer. However, it didn't matter anymore. I was never going to see the outside world again. Perhaps it would be better if I just let them kill me. I lay back and closed my eyes. Game over. Yep, called it. Now it's time to do the other mission. Yes. This one. The rec room. Rec room. Seek a way out. Time for more confusion. What's this supposed to be a picture of? There are those balls from that kid show, right? There are those balls from if you collect 7 of them, you get a wish. But there's more than twice that here. Oh, then it's a set of billiard balls. Then, look, I think it's probably a hint. Just grab it and bring it with you. Alright. Billiard poster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, so what's the deal with the screen over the pool table? I think it's scoreboard. It's like some sort of control panel or something on the screen. Panel turned off. Stage lights on, off. Circular button activates armor. Huh. So dark. Oh. What was that noise? Definitely hadn't broken anything. Are you sure? Hey! What are you doing, Alice? Please don't accidentally break something valuable. You're one to talk. Guess it's dangerous to fumble around in the dark. There are two circles of light. Like you'd get a spotlight on the back stage wall. Why does the shadow of the suit on the left have an axe? Hell if I know. Maybe it's a ghost. I don't think so. Perhaps we should concentrate on where the shadow came from, but rather what the shadow means. What they mean, huh? Table, huh? Looks like a piece of felt had been torn off. Ball retrieval. Looks like the box is connected to a ride. Can't say for sure, but it rides off the payment, coin. Slot in its mouth. Looks like an extension cord is plugged in to the ride, but I'm not sure why. What do you mean? It's probably there so the ride can get power. That's not what I mean. There's way too much slack. Doesn't look like the ride's power cable is long enough without this extension cord. Then let's take this extension cable with us. Don't forget to plug the ride back into the outlet. Yeah.
Oh.
Round rendition inside the frame. Perhaps it goes around. Huh, why won't it open? There's something in there, but we can't take it out and it won't open. Okay. Ah. How nostalgic. It's a jukebox. Plays an old form of music media known as a record. With the push of a few buttons, you can listen to your favorite songs. Looks like it's not plugged in. There's an outlet over there, but I don't think the cable's long enough. It won't reach. Wait, Sigma, I think you got the solution right there. Indeed. You might say extend the reach of our jukebox cable. Now you get it. Max scoreboard, nice. We had some darts, so we could play a game or two. Does this explain how darts work? Apparently, I wonder if these instructions for the darts scoreboard are here. Are these the rules darts normally uses? I have no idea. Isn't darts just a way to flirt with girls? I guess some people use it that way, but darts is legitimate and dignified indoor sport for gentlemen. What? Where? You complete to see many girls you can get. What the hell happened? Okay. Okay. Billiard balls. Scrap felt. It's like, oh, these are the same thing. Do you think there was... I think it was supposed to be balls right here or something? I hope not. It looks like it to me. And just take whichever one you want. Luminol. We're missing a ball. He's felt there. Yeah, I think I was thinking about trying to fix it into this bare spot on the pool table. And there. Let's go in a specific pot. For instance, ball A would need to go into pocket A and so forth. Drag each ball into the desired pocket and then release the ball and drop it. Clicking the yellow triangle will allow you to switch which ball group is displayed, either 1 to 8 or 9 to 15. Wait. Billiard poster. 114. Unfortunately, it seems that isn't quite enough. I believe we need to insert a coin before the machine could operate. Yeah, push it. So Arbor swung the weapon, was holding it. The other suit was a shield. Glass arm. He doesn't look like there's something under the glass. Yeah, it's hard to tell what it is from here, and we can't get it as long as it's covered with glass. Okay. And push. There we are. Oh, the shield. The glass is broken. You can get that thing out of its shield now. Yeah, let's grab it. An Allen wrench. That's all her is. Pulling Q. I think we should take it. Spotlight's on. Suit armor. Just don't see point. Okay. Yeah, let's spray it disable with luminol. my god. Steer must be his face halfway through the wall and then gotten stuck. How horrifying. It's just a mounted head. It's a decoration. I did think it had extraordinarily long legs. What am I supposed to do with an Allen wrench? Student observation. Wonder what we're supposed to do. Let me see what I could do in the dark. Alright. That's A, C, D, E, F. Okay, so which ones go in there? That's my problem. I don't know which ones go in there. There's 6 letters on the table. Yeah. Looks like they were written in something that reacted with luminol. They appear to be letters A through F. No pattern that I can see though. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. The billiard balls. What are they supposed to mean? Like, I don't see any real, like, you know, way to see them. A through F. Maybe I could do something with this? Of it, so maybe I can do something with it. Let me see, the billiard poster is also a thing that I want to take a picture of. Alright, clicking the yellow triangle will allow you to switch spell group. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so now I got to figure out which ones go. 1, 14, 9, tells me what I'm supposed to do here. Literally don't see anything in the room right now. Okay. Where can we find darts? I don't think I need that. Alright, anything else different when I turn those off? We're supposed to go in some order, but I don't know what order. Place each of the 6 balls in the correct pockets in the following order: A, B, C, D, E, F. Specific balls must go into specific pockets. For instance, ball A would need to go into pocket A, and so forth. Drag each ball to the desired pocket and then release the ball to drop it. Click the yellow triangle, display either 1 through 8. I don't know. 4, 3, 5. Oh. Oh. I'm figuring it out. 4, 3, 1, 5, 2, 7, 8. I did something right. 4, 3. Oh wait. 4. Alright, then what's next? 2, 4, 5, 4, 1. 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 5, 4, 1, 6, 4, 1, 7, 4, 1, 8, 4, 1, 9. 10, 11, 12. Going through all these. 13. Holy shit. Alright, 4, 1, 13. Back up. Now it's time to do D. 2. Wow. 4, 1, 13, 2. 4, 1, 13, 2. Let's guess 8. No. 4, 1, 13, 2. Let's not guess. Let's just go through each order. So 3, 4, 5. No. 6. Oh. 4, 1, 13, 2, 6. 3. Oh, I'm so close. 6. Oh. 7. 8. Well, that's technically the last ball you're supposed to put in. Just try not to get these wrong. Yes! Oh! Took a while, but that was easy. Looks like something came out of the ball retrieval slot. See, down here. What is this? Some sort of container. Something inside. I need to take it out. Sounds good. Dart tips. Dartboard. Well, I did all that I could. Are these chill peppers? Yes, I believe they are a variety known as hawk claws. Alice, please try I'm not eating that. I don't care what kind of claw it is. Are you even looking at them? They're obviously dart tips. No, I'm not seeing it. They look like peppers to me. You know what soft darts are? They use plastic and tips instead of metal ones. A pool cue. Why was a suit of armor holding a pool cue? Perhaps it's not an ordinary cue. The butt at the end looks weird. It's a hexagonal hole shape. Yeah! A key with a circular tip. That means that goes to this. That's all you gotta do, just examine. Took a bit of work to make, but yes, the tip does look remarkably similar. Okay, here it goes. It opens. Let's take a look inside. Chips. You know, I was all excited about finally being rich after we found those these here, but they don't look right. I agree. The markings are strange. I have a feeling they only work on this ride. That seems likely. In any case, we may as well take a few of them. Oh, were you planning to put a coin in there? Yeah, I figured the point. If I put a coin in here, maybe I'll start up, right? Okay, I'll just drop that coin in. Okay, why the hell are you writing? Look at me go! I can't watch this. There's no God. Hey Sigma. Hey Sigma. Alice. He's waving at us now. Alice, what's going on? I'm scared. I'm not watching. This isn't happening. Everything is fine. Huh? What was that? Seems that I've taken a picture. Great. Okay, what are you doing? That was delightful. Now where is the photograph? Ah, there. Excellent. Give you this. I give this to you as a memento of our time together, Sigma. I don't really. Just holding it makes me feel wrong. No, it's hardly necessary. Hey! Z9D1. There, I wouldn't have very much liked to give these out to others, but it seems I can't print anymore. Terribly disappointing. Oh, wait. Something on the back. Z9D1. I wonder what that means. Probably code to this thing. Okay, now to put a coin in here. Alright. The button's lit up. Guess it's on now. Z9. It's a gold record saying on the jukebox. I'll take it. And then D1. Easy. Very easy. That was very simple for something like this. There we are. Because you always know you gotta have gold records. Just sitting there. Huh? Did you hear something? Look. Light on the frame in the middle is green now. Oh yeah, it is. Guessing it might be unlocked. There we are. Yeah! There we are. The box with darts on it, is it? A dart piece. Combine that with this, and now we got darts. Boom. Score 91. Dark case. Shelf. Don't really need a case to me. Not for holding darts, no, but it's got some markings on it. You're right. Look here. It's got 3 images of darts. One red, one's blue, and one's green. It says score 91. I wonder what that means. Wait. Dart poster. I just got score 91. Get a score 91. Keep in mind, however, the score for each area must have a specific relationship to other scores. To the other scores. Toss a dart into each area to reach the correct point value. To throw a dart in a particular area, drag and then release the dart on the area where you'd like it to land. Alright. That might be the right one. You never know. So close. What was the score? 91. I just got the score of 91. Oh. Hang on. It's be red, blue, and green. Oh, so something red, blue, green. So the first one has to be red, then blue, and green. I'm just gonna keep trying each one. Ah. You can do different areas. Alright. Red. Blue. Then green. Alright, I got an idea. What have I tried? 13. That. Then. Alright, I'm getting closer. Oh, I'm so close! But that's gotta be something. Close with the 17 one. Okay. That's way over. Wait. 81. What can I add with 81 that will get me what I need? 3 times. 11 will just get me over. That is 6 times 2. That's 12. 8 is just 8, which means that would just be so close. So close. Okay, then I would need this. No, that would be way too over. Way over. Oh, it's so cool! It's so cool! Come on! so goddamn close. Oh, shit. Oh, that's close as well. Too far. Too far again. Close again. So close. It's so close. You don't even know. Too far. Too far again. Too far again. Too low. Too far. Too far. I got it! Holy shit! Oh, oh. Oh, that was well worth it. Oh shit. Oh. 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 Holy shit. So it was 6, 11, and 20. Holy shit. I could have done some major math, but no, 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 hell no. Alright, moon, sun. Holy shit. Oh, that was... Holy shit, that took way too long. That should have... Piece of motherfucking cake that shitting wasn't. Now shall we collect our spoils? Yes, yes we shall. Holy shit. Holy shit, I need like a small 5-minute break to just calm down from my overstress factor of wanting to, you know, kill this game for making me do all that. Thank God I didn't do that with a fucking guide. I would have been so mad. I don't care anymore. I'm done with this. Forever. Thank God. Oh. Shit. Oh, I'm tired. Alright. Let's get the hell out of here. Fucking hell. Going out. Goodbye. It's nice time. Whatever. I'd rather forget any of this ever happened. 3, 2, 1. Woo! I finished the room. Oh my god. Found it. Yay. Took me about like a fucking hour. Maybe even 30 minutes to just figure out the one room. This is not the usual.
Interesting.
What is this place? A warehouse?
Hey, look
Worked
over
that
there.
warehouse job. This is worse than that. Those doors are white. Fucking hell. Yes.
Shall we have a look then?
They're all the same,
Yeah,
though.
doors. Locked.
This one won't.
They're all locked.
It looks like they have the same locking.
Next
Right.
Doors. Blah blah blah.
No.
Wrong.
I just feel as if I've seen this warehouse before.
Oh wait, you've been here before?
I don't know. Perhaps I haven't been here. Only somewhere very similar.
You mean the Floor A warehouse?
Perhaps.
That's interesting.
An ambidex gate
Very
has been opened. 45 minutes
Oh, great.
remain until
Alright, it's
ambidex
dark.
game polling closes.
What the
Someone
hell?
else must have opened one of the AB gates.
Before we got back?
I imagine they don't care what happens to the rest of us. That would be the most logical explanation. In
Might
any
go
event,
for 2
we should
hours
return
since
quickly.
This is like a special. And that's for watch time. Yay! So 2 hours of doing this. Fun times. Fun times. Guess there's no skip button for this. So might as well just let it play out. Excuse me. Holy shit, thank God I fucking figured out that puzzle without any help. I definitely needed that drink. I deserved that drink. Back to Warehouse A.
Sigma?
Where's Temioji's team? Are they not back
Nope.
yet?
We were the first.
Then wait a little longer before you open the AB gate.
It wasn't us.
It was Dio, because Dio's an asshole.
I tried to stop him, but
Come on, it's not like when we open the door really affects the matches, right? It's cool.
No, it's not cool.
Your team returned quite early, Dio. Did your investigation go smoothly?
I guess.
Which room did you guys go
The treatment center.
to? Treatment center? How is that different from the infirmary?
There were these pod things. Look, just go see for yourself, all right? I don't feel like explaining it.
You took something from the treatment center, didn't you?
Huh? What are you talking about?
you did. I saw it too. After we opened the safe, you grabbed something out of it and put it in your pocket. Show us what you took.
Get away from me.
Clover shoved her hand in Dio's pocket and began.
Should be in this one.
Let go.
Before Dio could push her away, Clover found what she was looking
I knew it!
An injection gun? The label file says neoasamine. What's this?
I don't know, but I feel like I've heard that name before somewhere.
Give it back. I found it, so it's mine.
Hey!
With a desperate lunge, Dio managed to grab the gun back from Clover, but before she had a chance to protest.
Have any of you seen Quark? Anyone? Please!
Quark? Did something
We
happen to
found a
him?
pantry on the other side of the red door, but after we left, he just disappeared.
We've looked everywhere, but we can't find him.
You think he's lost?
Don't you think you're being a little optimistic there? Come on,
What?
that little jerk's probably dead by now. We've already found one corpse, right?
What the hell is wrong with you?
How could you? Why would you say such a horrible thing?
Whoa, simmer down there. Just saying it's a possibility.
Well, even if it is, we should all be
Yes.
looking for him. As we began to find out, I saw Alice staring intently into the corner of the warehouse. It seemed strange, but looking for Kirk was my priority. Turned and headed toward the magenta door. Quark! Are you here? Guess not. Damn. Let's try full breathe then. Ugh. Tired of this shit. Ugh. Should not be recording or something. But who cares? I got up early, so whatevs. Might as well be recording because it gives two shits. Temioji's team took the red door. Probably already searched that area pretty thoroughly then. Maybe I'll try the blue door then. The rec room. Nothing in here. Quark, where are you? He's not here either. Where the hell did he go?
Ah, Sigma. Any luck?
Nothing. Can't find him anywhere.
I see.
What about you? Never mind. If you'd found him, you'd have said something.
Indeed. I went to the treatment center, as well as the Floor B warehouse, but he was not there.
Oh well. Let's head back to Floor A warehouse.
Good idea. Perhaps the others have had more luck.
Well, did you find him?
Sorry. Couldn't find him anywhere.
I see.
Are the three of you the only others to have returned?
Yeah, we're it.
I'm guessing you guys didn't have any luck either.
Yeah, no clues or anything.
I don't get it. With this many people looking, it seems like we'd be able to find him pretty fast.
Quark is only a child. It's possible he's become trapped in a small, enclosed space.
Oh, wouldn't we at least be able to hear him calling for help?
Yeah, you're right.
Quark.
Temioji's shoulders slumped. He looked old. Much older than he had when we met. Could see tears glistening at the corner of his eyes. For just a moment, I saw in them all of his pain, fear, and despair. It felt like someone had put my heart in a vice. How's the flow for this? Seems like there's a lot for when I betray K. So we might as well abstain. I got something for this, which I'll get to that after the fact. You know, we do all this shit. But for the most part, you're almost done with this game. Oh, this has been probably like one of the longer series of my fucking thing. It's the one that's left me the most out of breath. Then Dio appeared and the mood suddenly changed.
Hey, you guys, come here. What are you standing
Dio?
around for? They're in the crew quarters. Just
What?
come on.
And both of them are.
No.
How?
Your heart stops. Your bracelet.
Great. There was a roaring in my ear, breathing, heartbeat, but my footsteps sounded muffled, as if I was hearing them through layers of cotton. I pressed a shaking hand to Alice's neck. Her skin was still warm, but the only pulse I felt was my own. Looking down, it was clear why. Something had been done, had been driven into her chest so far that only the hilt was visible, and the entire front of her body was covered in blood. No one could survive something like that. Forced myself to swallow a stinging lump in my throat and turned toward Luna. Unlike Alice at first glance, she seemed unharmed. As I reached for her neck to check her pulse, however, I saw a red mark near her jawline. Nearby on the floor sat an injection gun. I already knew what I would find, but pressed my fingers to her neck and waited. Nothing. They're dead.
My God.
What on earth happened here?
That bastard killed them.
Who?
Whoever it was that killed the old lady in the AB room.
You're saying this mystery person killed Luna and Alice?
Maybe only one of them was supposed to be killed. but the murderer had to kill the other to keep them quiet.
Or perhaps they killed one another. Luna stabbed Alice in the chest, after which Alice attacked her with the injection gun.
That's pretty far-fetched.
Not really.
Look at Alice's clothes. No sign of a struggle. I don't think they fought.
Then were they killed somewhere else and then brought here?
No. If that were the case, there would be much less blood.
I guess that's true.
Whatever the case, we have too few clues to figure it out right now. We'd all separated to look for Quark. Any one of us could have done it.
You mean the killer's
Do you think
robot?
there's someone else in here?
Well...
Do you think that Zero Sr. killed these two, as well as the old woman?
Oh, give me a break. How can you just sit around here talking?
No point in making a fuss.
Are you fucking kidding me? One of us is a killer. I can't think of a better reason to make a fuss.
You do realize you're the most likely suspect, don't you?
Exactly.
Excuse me?
You wait until the rest of us have gathered in the warehouse. Then you kill Alice and Luna. You pretended to be the first to find them, and...
Are you saying I did this?
I'm just saying it's a possibility. You don't
Yeah.
need to get so worked up about it.
10 minutes. All
Yeah.
played. If no vote, any not.
So if you don't vote, choice is set to ally. Guess that means Luna's vote will be ally. for
Yes,
this
it
round.
does. Perhaps that outcome is what the killer was after.
They killed Alice and Luna for that. Who would Luna's opponent?
Quark
be?
and myself.
One person is missing and the others bought the farm. I'd say this old fart's the most suspicious one here.
You want to say that to my face?
Yeah, you killed her so you could get a few more points in the AB game.
Are you an idiot? How do you explain Alice? She's playing against Kay, not me!
Not quite. Even without his partner Alice, Sigma will still be able to cast a vote as he wishes.
Exactly.
Then maybe that's why Luna died. Maybe they meant to kill Sigma, but something went wrong and they...
True. I suppose that is a possibility. But we are engaging in pure speculation here. There is little to no evidence to support any of this.
Yeah. Well, we should probably head back to the warehouse.
We should take their bracelets with us then.
Yes. Huh? Do they really matter anymore?
Without their bracelets, some of us would be unable to open the secondary chromatic doors.
You're pretty calm, pal. Too calm. You did it, didn't you?
A sterling deduction. I await your further insight. He wears a mask, therefore he is guilty, perhaps?
What did you just say? Are you fucking with me?
Knock it off. Is there really any point to arguing about this?
Agreed. We aren't getting any younger here.
I apologize. We should return to the warehouse.
Alice.
Come on, Clover. We gotta
No!
go.
I'm not going anywhere. I can't just leave her here.
Clover.
If you don't vote, Dio might get out.
Huh?
He's got 6 BP right now. If you don't vote, you will automatically ally, and I bet my left arm he'll pick Betray. That'd
Yeah.
be 3 points, which will put him at 9. Once he's got that, there's nothing stopping him from opening the number 9 door. I'll
Yeah.
try and pick ally, of course, but Dio's not an idiot. He'll try and stop me or get in my way somehow.
Dio will have 9 points?
What are you gonna do, Clover? If you stay here, you might be letting Alice's killer get away.
Yep.
Fine. I'll do it. There's no way I'm going to let him get 9 points.
Good. Let's go.
Yep. Might as well pick Betray. Cause that's the only way.
5 minutes.
Time to go into thing. AB room. No matter how hard I looked for answers, all I found were more questions. Who had killed Alice and Luna? There was Quark. I was in a mood to play along with Zero's ridiculous game, but at this point, didn't really have a choice. I heaved a silent sigh and started toward the entrance to my AB room.
Sigma, what would you say to voting ally? I would reciprocate, of course. You have 5 BP. If we both ally, then you will gain 2 points, leaving you with 7 in total. Should you also cooperate mutually in the following round, you would gain another 2 points, bringing you to 9. Conversely, if you were to choose to betray me during this round, you would gain 3 points, for a total of 8. In other words, you will be unable to reach 9 BP until the round following this one. That being the case, choosing Ally is the most logical choice.
True, but how many points do
Me?
you have? As I recall, you and Clover chose Betray in the first AB game. That means you should have 6 BP right now. If you betray me, you get another 3. You could get all the way to 9 this round.
Ah, yes, that is true. However, escaping as soon as possible is not my goal.
But you picked Betray in the first round.
That was in the interest of my own safety. As I only had 3 points at the time, the prospect of losing 2 of them was very unsettling. Now that I have 6 BP, I have some room for error.
Mm-hmm. Why wouldn't you want to get out of here as soon as possible? As soon as you possibly
Of course I would like to, but attempting to do so would be unwise.
Why is that?
Isn't it obvious? If I escape on my own, everyone else will be trapped here forever.
Huh? What are you talking?
Have you forgotten what Zero told us?
Yeah.
The number 1 set.
I trust you remember now?
So if someone opens it
Precisely.
and escapes.
Did you not realize? Perhaps I shouldn't have said anything.
Hey, don't tell me you're planning to leave us all in the lurch and take off by
I would
yourself.
never do that. Consider the following. If I did manage to get to 9 points before anyone else, do you think the rest of our companions would allow me to leave? Especially knowing that, if they did, they would remain here for the rest of their lives?
Well, no. Of course, we'd
You see?
stop you.
Working toward leaving as a group is the most logical choice for me.
I trust you a bit, Kay, but I don't
Our time
trust
is
you
nearly up.
fully.
I trust you will choose one.
Yeah, of course. You too. I mean, technically it is logical, but
30
there's someone else that's close to 9. Argument, make a choice, ally,
10,
whatever.
9, 8, 7,
Of course.
6,
I always
5,
have to leave it
4,
at the last second.
3, 2,
Keep clicking.
1.
Ally.
Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed.
Alright, cool.
Results will thank you for your Ambidex gates.
Yeah, there we go. Let's just see the results. After ally. Lizzie, what are you doing?
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Let's see. Betray ally. Ally. Fucking knew it! He's going to leave us behind. Ah. Fucking hell.
Points have been assigned. Please check your bracelet to see your updated
Bye,
bracelet.
Kay. See ya.
So
What?
you did indeed choose Ally.
You tricked me.
I apologize.
Sigma! You fucking idiot! Now Kay's got 9 points thanks to your stupid ass.
But he's not going to just
I
leave
apologize for taking further advantage of your trust, but I will be leaving.
us. Oh, shit. What? Before we could react, Kay slipped past us with speed and agility that believed belied his size. In the blink of an eye, he was standing in front of the number 9 door.
Kay! God damn it! Wait, you son of a bitch!
Great. He didn't give us any sign that he heard Dio, just grabbed the lever and pulled down. Great. Of course Kay would betray me. Of course he would. Because that's how this game works. Unless it's Luna, who always allies.
Oh no!
Because she's the only nice person here and doesn't trick you.
It will.
Why did you do it? I trust you.
The answer is obvious. 3 people have already been murdered. If I remain, I place myself in greater danger. A simple decision, really. I'm sure you would have done...
God damn it, Kate.
I apologize. I do intend to contact the police as soon as I have escaped. Now then.
Okay, wait. Didn't even turn around. Bye, Kate. I knew this was going to happen because this game loves to betray you with an ass unless it's Luna. They just love doing it, don't they?
The number
Love the
this.
hell out of
Thank you. As the escape, please.
Damn it! This is all your fault, Sigma!
There's no point to blaming him now.
Yeah, it's not like we can open that door again.
Ah, damn it!
No, this isn't right. This can't be. Stood there in silence, staring at the door, the only exit to the outside world, now closed forever. Our only chance to escape was to hope Kate would keep his word and contact the police. Kill them, we're gone. Questions were. We still hadn't answered, but we had plenty of time now. Perhaps still would. Game over. Yep. There it is. Time to go back and betray, because that's this game. Loves its betrayal. Don't you just love it when you have to betray everyone that you know and love? Because that's just how the game works. That's the way the game works. Let's start it up. Just gotta skip through this and then do the thing. Alright. Might as well betray.
10,
Might as well
9,
betray.
8, 7,
Announcer, you're
6,
too slow.
5,
Just go faster.
4, 3, 2, 1.
And betray. There we are. Woo! Alright. Let's
Round
not trust
2.
Kate
Results.
because he's
Thank
a fucking
you. And the
asshole. Might as well betray. Because it's kinda logical.
Result, please.
Here we go. I bet you that he chose Ally for this timeline because reasons. That's how this game works. Betray. Betray Ally. Betray you! Oh! No way you get out of here! Ha! 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 So you picked betray.
Leading to a draw, it would seem.
You don't feel bad about it or anything?
I could ask the same of you.
Okay, yeah, I guess that's fair.
I had thought that you would choose Ally.
If I had, then you'd have 9 BP right now, wouldn't you? Nice try, but I'm not gonna let you get out of here that
As I told you before, even if I were to reach 9 BP, I would not necessarily leave immediately. I might choose to wait until everyone else had also reached 9 BP.
Yeah, well, I considered that. Didn't seem likely.
Then you do not trust me. No need
Well-
to apologize. Trust must be earned in a game like this.
Says the guy who told me to trust him so he could betray me.
Indeed. Clearly, I don't deserve to be trusted.
Honesty is refreshing, but that's not the brightest move.
So you chose Betray too, huh? If you just picked Ally, I'd have 9 BP right now.
Why on earth would I have done that?
There's no way Clover would have chosen Ally when you had a chance to betray her and get to 9 BP.
Are you an idiot or something?
Bunch of
Yeah.
smartasses.
So you chose
Of
betray.
course. Luna's bracelet is already off. No risk of a penalty for her now.
That brings Quark's BP up to 9.
Are you worried that he might try and get out?
Well, if he were to do so, the rest of us would be trapped here.
Bet you're all pretty happy he isn't here right now, aren't you?
Whoa, nobody is saying that.
Maybe you aren't saying it, but I know what you're thinking.
Time to continue on because Kay's an asshole.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 3 of the Ambidex game will be the Star Round.
There's no limit for Star Rounds. As many times as we want, huh? So that means we could play the AB game over and over and over. Using the Star
So it would seem.
All right, well, where do we find them?
Beyond the next set of chromatic doors.
Oh? You found them already?
Yeah, that's right. I forgot to tell you guys. Take a look at this map. There are 3 white doors.
Maybe that's where Quark went. The warehouse on floor B, you said?
Yeah, but you're not going to be able to get through them until they're open. Still got more than 80 minutes until that.
Damn.
We will need to form groups of colors that can make white.
Time we had to look at all our colors then.
Yeah, looks like they've been shuffled around again. Looks like I'm blue soul.
I'm a magenta. Pear.
As am I.
You and me, huh? Better than Dio, I guess.
You say something?
What color are you?
I'm a green solo. What's with the sigh?
Forget about it.
What about you two?
Cyan, pear.
I'm a cyan pear, too.
Alice and Luna's bracelets have changed as well. Both of them are yellow pears.
Then what color is Quark?
He's a red solo. In order to open the white doors, you'd normally need, say, red, blue, and green.
But solos can't group together, right?
That's why the pairs are magenta, yellow, and cyan. Magenta is a mix of red and blue. Yellow is a mix of red and green. Cyan is a mix of blue and green. So if you combine magenta with green, you get white. And so on.
Let's see.
Okay then. We just need to get to the floor B warehouse when the doors open, right? I'll be taking off then.
Where do you think you're going?
Anywhere that isn't here. Hanging out with a murderer? Doesn't sound like a good time to me.
The guy who insists on splitting up is usually the first to bite it.
What?
Well, then again, loners often turn out to be killers.
Just what are you getting at, old man? You think I kill him?
Well, maybe not. But you're pretty damn suspicious.
You're trying to start something, you wrinkled old piece of...
Hey, knock it off. We don't actually know which one of us is the killer, do we?
We have no evidence of that, no. But we do know that Zero Senior is one of us, and there is an excellent chance that Zero Senior and the killer are one and the same.
Then why did he kill Alice and Luna? Zero Senior wanted any of us dead. He could have done it way before this. Well, we were, I don't know, unconscious for instance. What's the point of setting up this whole game just to kill off 2 of your participants halfway through?
Then are you saying there's another person in here somewhere?
It's possible. I think it might be a good idea for us all to look for the killer.
Well, we gain nothing by standing around here.
Yeah, I've got to find Quark, and soon.
If we're going to search, we should go in pairs this time.
How are we going to pair up then?
I'm not going with Kay. If he decides he feels like snapping me in half, there's not a whole hell of a lot I can do about it.
I'll go with anyone besides Dio.
I don't want to go with Dio either.
Fine. He's hardly my first choice, but I'll take Dio.
What the hell?
Just figured that this way we don't have to make this into a huge argument. Besides, I'm gonna be stuck with you once we go through the chromatic doors anyway. No reason to put it off.
I will go with Sigma. Would you prefer someone else?
No, I guess you're okay.
That leaves me and Clover as a pair then.
Yep.
Looks like we're all set.
We'll take the cyan door on floor A and the blue door on floor B.
All right, Clover and I'll take the magenta door and the red door.
That leaves us with yellow and green doors then. Once we're all done, let's meet up in the floor B warehouse.
Got it.
Right?
See you later then.
I'm coughing a lot more than I usually do, but whatevs. My neck. The infirmary. We are in the infirmary. There's no one in the infirmary. No cork, no killer, at least as far as I can
Well,
see.
there is someone here, technically at least. The old woman.
Oh yeah. She was lying silent on the bed, furthest away from us. If it weren't for the bloodshed on her chest and arm, her peaceful expression would have fooled most people into thinking she was just asleep. The blood had dried and darkened and now looked like any other stain. That was when I noticed. Huh? Wait a minute, look at her wrist.
It seems remarkably clean.
Yeah, for some reason there's no blood on this part.
Maybe she had something on her wrist. A watch, perhaps. Yes.
A watch?
It was likely removed after she was killed. That would account for the lack of blood splatter on her wrist.
Watch, huh? I don't know, it just looks like it was kind of wide for a watch. Aren't women's watches usually thinner?
You raise a good point. Perhaps it was some kind of jewelry?
Jewelry? You mean like a bracelet or something? Of course! Why didn't I see it sooner? This is the same size and shape of our bracelets. Look, it's exactly the same way.
Then that would mean...
She was wearing a bracelet when she was killed. She was a participant just like us.
Are you sure? This old woman, a player in the nonary game.
Okay, something wrong.
No. If you're correct, then where did the thief hide the stolen bracelet? We were quite thorough during our earlier search, but I know that I saw nothing. And none of the others reported finding a bracelet either.
Then that means they've been holding on to it this whole time. Probably still got
That
it.
would seem likely.
No, wait. If they were carrying it around, the sensors in the chromatic doors would pick it up. Without the right combination of bracelets, the secondary door would never have opened.
So our suspect is not only a killer and a thief, but a skilled imposter as well.
What are you
After
saying?
killing the old woman, they put on her bracelet. In fact, it is entirely possible they are wearing it still. Yes, that would make sense.
So the killers rang around with the old woman's bracelet.
Yes,
And you're telling me they're probably wearing
correct. Do you remember what Zero Jr. told us? Something about how the bracelet will come off if the wearer's heart stops. I don't recall the exact words, but in any event, once the old woman had died, her bracelet would have detached, allowing the killer to easily collect it.
Why?
So that they could participate in the nonary game, I imagine.
What?
I suspect the killer was someone who was not originally intended to be a participant. For whatever reason, however, they were willing to go to great lengths to ensure that they were. To that end, they killed the old woman, who was one of the original participants, and took her place.
But why would someone do that?
That? I have no idea. Certainly they must have a goal of some sort. You would have to be mad to choose to come here. But as to what that goal is, and how the killer intends to achieve it, I'm afraid I do not have even speculation.
That's interesting.
Have you noticed something?
Well, there's blood all over the lady's arm except for right here. Since that's where the bracelet was, then the bracelet killer's soul should have blood on it.
Right.
But none of us is wearing a bloody bracelet.
Sigma, please tell me you're kidding. The killer would have, of course, wiped the blood off. Only a fool would walk around with a bracelet covered in blood.
So you're saying they've cleaned it?
Yes. Have you discovered something?
The luminol! Okay, I know how we could identify the killer.
Oh?
We just need some of that luminol. Doesn't matter how well they cleaned it. there should be some traces of blood.
Aha, I see. That could very well work. We should have everyone gather in the rec room then. That is where the luminol was, I believe.
Yeah. First, we need to finish looking for Quirk, though. We still got the infirmary and everything beyond the green door. Once we're done with that, we could head back to the floor B to meet up with
Understood.
everyone else.
Shall we go then?
Yes! We're doing this! Got it! No matter what, we're finding that killer. Which I think we kind of know who it is. But I'm just gonna act like we don't know because it's been a long time. Ugh. It's probably like a special 2-hour-long episode because of how long these things could get. This is probably gonna take forever to upload, but who the fuck cares? There are 3 doors.
The same as what we
too,
found.
But looks like 2 of them are already unlocked.
So it does. The center and rightmost doors both say open. Perhaps the layout here is different.
Whatever. Just take the door on the right first. Gollum Bay. Ah, here we are. Well, what's this room?
That looks like a workbench of some sort.
Maybe, but what sort of work? Well, we're here to find Quirk, not look at a workbench. You go check out the far end, alright?
Very well.
Nothing. He's not here either. Okay. How's it going over there? Okay. Can you hear me? It was bent over with his back at me. Peering underneath the thing that looked like a workbench. What the hell? I walked toward him as I spoke. Hey man, what's going on here?
Nothing.
I looked down and saw like he was staring at something that appeared to be a safe. It's empty.
Yes.
Was there something in there before?
No, it was empty when I found it. Yes.
Was it? Then what are you doing staring into an empty safe?
I was thinking. Specifically, I was thinking about who opened this safe.
Wouldn't that have been the team who went through the green door? I think that was Dio Fine
No,
Clover.
that's unlikely. When we met up with Dio, he told us that he had been in the treatment center. The nameplate on the door says this is the Gollum Bay, however.
You're saying they didn't go
I
here?
believe that is the case. Which, as you can see, is why I was puzzled. If Dio, Phi, and Clover did not open the safe, who did?
Well, there's no point thinking about it. We should go back.
Yes, there was another unlocked door, wasn't there?
Yep. Let's get moving then. Go, 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 go! Come on! Let's get to the treatment center. So this is the treatment center, huh?
This is the room that Dio visited.
Don't you think that's kind of strange? Till now, all the chromatic doors have led to a single room each. So why are there 2 rooms on the other side of the green
An
door?
excellent question.
We can talk to the others later, guess, and see if they know anything. Kay and I split up and began looking for places where Quirk might have hidden or small holes he might have escaped through. Obviously, there's gonna be nothing here. Huh? What are these?
They must be the treatment pods Dio mentioned.
The windows are all covered with frost inside. I can't
Shall we
see.
open it?
Yes, might as well. Have at it.
What?
Cork? No. Oh no. His bracelet. Oh god.
Hold on, Sigma. Calm down. Look at his chest. Can you see it moving?
What? Quickly pressed a finger on Cork's wrist. It's faint, but his heartbeat was there. He's alive. He's alive!
What a relief. I'm so glad to know he's safe.
I laughed out loud and grabbed Kay in a bear hug, or at least as much of one as I could manage. He patted me on the back, shared what I thought might have been a relieved chuckle. But if he's still alive, why is his bracelet on? Zero Jr. said it would only come off when he
Perhaps Zero Sr. took it off?
died. What?
I have no idea.
Then maybe Zero Sr. brought Cork here and put him in this pod thing too. No? Even if he did, we don't know. We don't have any way to know why.
This pod is for medical treatment. Perhaps Quark has contracted some sort of illness.
He's sick? Why is he gone?
How would I know that? In any event, we should return and let the rest of our companions know that we found Quark. I imagine Tenmyoji in particular will be pleased.
Yeah. I bet. Do you think you could carry
No.
him? Or?
I believe it would be best to leave Quark here. As I mentioned, there is a chance he has fallen ill. If so, then removing him from the pod would be dangerous. The treatment he is currently undergoing could be compromised. I'll close the pod's cover then. Is that all right?
Yeah. Sure. Wait, I just thought of something. Are you sure he's gonna be alright?
What do you mean?
Well, what happens if he wakes up? Can he open that thing
He'll
on
be
his
fine. I noticed a lever inside that can be used to open the cover. So long as no one locks the pod, he should be able to leave whenever he wants.
own? But if someone locks him in, he's
Yes,
screwed.
that is what I said, but you needn't worry. You see? I have not engaged the lock. Now, we should return to the Floor B warehouse. I imagine the others are already there.
Right. Yeah. Okay, let's go. Time to go to the warehouse because that's where we need to be. Warehouse B. Lego.
You're late.
You're one to talk. How much earlier did you get back again? I'd be surprised if you searched at all. Yeah,
This is it.
Clover and Tenmyoji still aren't back.
So, find anything?
Yeah, we sure did.
Yeah? Well, go on, spill it.
Explain to them how we found Quark in the treatment center.
I see. Oh, that's good to hear.
Little jerk, making us all worried.
There is more.
And that is?
There is still some cause for concern.
Just spit it out.
Quark may have contracted an illness of some sort. As such, he has been left in the treatment pod.
Will he be alright?
Yeah, he'll
Probably? Do you even.
Whatever, at least we found him. Pretty lucky he's alive, too.
What do you mean by that?
I mean what I said, genius. I'm glad he's not dead, aren't you?
As equivocal as ever, I see.
How kind of you to say so.
So, was Quark all you found? The way you were talking made it sound like there was something else.
Yeah, I'll explain that after Tenmyoji and Clover get back. There's something I wanted to ask you about first. When you went through the green door, did you search 2 different rooms?
2?
No, just the treatment center.
I see. Then what was the other
What do you mean, the other one?
You know, where that... There's that intersection with 3 doors. Oh, when Kay and I went there, 2 doors were unlocked. You guys unlocked the one that went to the treatment center when you went through the green door. But the other one.
Who could have opened it?
Don't look at me. I told you, we only opened the one that went to the treatment center.
Could it have been Zero Senior?
I don't know.
So did you and Kay go through the other door?
Yeah.
What was in there?
Nothing really.
It appeared to be some sort of room for servicing something.
That doesn't make any sense. So what the hell was whoever opened that door looking for?
Who knows?
Tenmyoji and Clover are running rather late. Should we go and look for them?
No, there's something I want to check first.
It's never easy with you, is it?
Well, let's get it over with. Huh.
This is the rec room. Dio and I came here earlier when we were looking for Quark.
So why are we here?
Was there something here you needed to see?
I said nothing, and instead made my way over toward the cabinet. Inside was the luminol. I reached and pulled it out, then headed to the light switch and flipped it. The room was dark. I head back to where the others were standing.
Whoa, what is this? You gonna start telling ghost stories or something?
Why, you scared of ghosts?
You're kidding me, right?
Then show me how brave you are. Stick out your bracelet. You too, Fox.
Our bracelets?
Yeah. I want to see what the other side of them.
What do you mean by that?
I mean the side on the bottom. The side that doesn't have the display on it. Come on. You really gonna make me explain this?
I know what you mean. What I'm asking is what the hell you think you're...
Just do it. It's not hard.
Should I also participate?
No, you're fine, Kay. Your bracelet's a little different from ours, but I'll join in to make it fair. There was a brief moment of hesitation before Dio and Fi stuck their arms out. I held mine out as well, wrists pointed upward.
This okay?
Yeah, just hold it like that for a moment. As fast as I could, I pulled the luminol from my pocket and sprayed it across 3 of our wrists.
Ugh, cold. What the hell, man?
Dio jerked his arm back with a shout. Don't see anything glowing. Fi's bracelet is clean, so is mine.
That leaves only Dio.
Wait, what are you talking about?
I'll explain in a minute. Just show me your bracelet. Something wrong? Just show it to me. Come on, Dio. We don't have time.
Why do I have to do what you tell me to?
Because I'm trying to prove you're innocent.
Like hell you are. I don't know what you're looking for. But you're not gonna find it on me.
Then just show me your arm.
No! You don't get to order me around. I have rights!
He spoke. Dio made a break for the exit. He didn't get
I'm
far.
afraid I can't let you do that, Dio.
He spun around toward the other exit. Stop it!
Right!
Don't know what you're talking about, but okay.
All 3 of us leapt at Dio. I knew it. His bracelet's glowing. And that means...
Let me go! Get off of me, you fuckers!
Dio, you killed the old lady.
You don't understand. This is all some kind of... a mistake. Shit.
What's going on here? I think it's about time you gave us the full story.
As quickly as I could explain to find Kay and I had noticed on the old woman's wrist.
So the person with the bloody bracelet would have to be the person who killed her.
Yeah, exactly. Even if they wiped it off, I'd figured the luminol would still react to the blood. Looks like I was right. We've got you, Dio. You might as well confess. Well...
Alright, fine. You caught me. I did it. I killed the old bitch and took her bracelet.
Are you
Why?
Zero?
No, I was under orders. I was sent here to do something.
To do
Who
what?
gave you this order?
I'll die before I tell you.
So your orders were more important than Alice and Luna's lives?
Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I killed the old lady, but that's it. I don't know anything about what happened to Alice and Luna.
That wasn't
Tread
you?
carefully, Sigma. This man is not to be trusted. He has already shown he is willing to lie and kill.
Come on, I'm telling the truth. You gotta believe me.
Even if we do believe you, you're still a killer. You just haven't killed as many people.
Exactly. He should be restrained somehow. If we leave him be, he may well kill again.
But where would we put
Is there a
him?
room we can lock or anything?
Ah, perhaps we could put him in one of the treatment pods. Once we've locked it, he should be unable to escape.
Hey,
yeah.
wait! I'll be good, I promise.
Yeah, I think you're on to something, Kate. Let's
Come
go
on,
with
please. Hey, listen to me.
that. We'll let you out when the white door's open. Someone's going to need your bracelet to open the
Don't
secondary
fuck with me,
door.
you guys. There's no way in hell I'm going in that thing. Let go! Let me go! God damn it! I told you assholes to let me go! You can't do this! Stop! Stop! Please stop! Please! No, you can't! Ah!
Locked.
Open this fucking thing! I said open it, goddammit!
I don't think so.
Ugh! You're gonna pay for this! When I get out of here, I'm gonna fucking end you!
So, I guess we figure out who the murderer was. We found Cork.
Now all that's left to do is find Clover and Tenmyoji.
Yeah.
Why don't we head back to the warehouse and start from there? They may have already returned.
Good
Let's
point.
go.
Well, Dio's not going anywhere, so we might as well, you know. Warehouse B. Huh? Looks like they aren't back yet.
Perhaps they went to look for us.
Oh man, now we gotta go look for them.
How much time until the white doors open?
50 minutes.
Then I don't think we really need to hurry yet. Why don't we wait a little longer? For all we know, they're on their way back right now.
Kay and I nodded.
By the way, there was something I wanted to ask you guys about.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah?
Quark's bracelet. When we found him in the pod, he wasn't wearing it. Why?
How should I know?
Presumably, it had been taken off before we found him.
So we have no idea where it is.
Pretty much.
I see. That's not good. Without that bracelet, we won't be able to continue the game.
What?
We need 3 bracelets to open the secondary door. If we lose one...
Oh no. We wouldn't be able to go through the secondary door.
Yeah.
Who would be pairing up with Quark?
Quark's bracelet should be a red solo. That would mean he'd be with the Cyan pair.
Who's a cyan?
Clover and
pair?
Tenmyoji.
The 2 people who are missing.
Quark's bracelet is gone, and his 2 teammates have disappeared.
What's going on? Does that mean Clover and Tenmyoji took their
Well, if they
bracelets?
found Quark before you did, yeah, there's a good chance they did.
Then why aren't they back yet?
Perhaps they've already gone through the white door.
What? No, that's not possible. The primary doors haven't even opened yet.
Perhaps someone opened one of them.
How?
I don't know, but it's happened before. Remember the 3 doors on the other side of the green door? Someone made one of them open. Perhaps this is the same thing.
But that's against the rules.
Yes, I know. But if the person opening the doors is Zero Senior, Do you really think the rules matter? Zero Senior controls the entire game.
So are you saying Clover or Tenmyoji is Zero's senior?
It is a possibility. It would explain why they still haven't shown up.
Could they really have taken Quark's bracelet and gone through one of the white doors?
If they did, we won't know where they went until the doors open for the rest of us.
So I would assume.
This is still just speculation, though. Maybe we should go look for them again. All of us can stay behind so that we don't miss them if they come
Okay,
back.
I'll stay.
Sigma and I will go see if we can find them then.
Make sure you get back 5 minutes before the door opens. Oh, and don't forget to bring Dio with you.
Of course. Probably gotta find them chained up or something. The pantry. Anyone in the pantry? This is the pantry.
So it would appear.
Nobody's here. It's just great. Looks like they're
When
not
we started looking for Quark, they were sent off to search everything beyond the red door, which would have meant this room.
Not gonna do us any good hanging around here, though. Let's head upstairs.
Very well.
Wonder where they went. It's very interesting. No one here either. Huh. It's strange. Tenmyoji loves scotch so much. Thought we might find him here drinking some. Now time to make jokes. Alright. Tough crowd. It was around that time that I noticed Kay was acting strangely. He wasn't staring at the shelf of alcohol in the way it would I probably would have described as blankly if I could have actually seen his eyes. Hey, what's up? You want a drink?
No. Well, I would enjoy a drink, but this mask.
Right. Sorry, that sucks. Honestly, I'd gotten so used to the suit, I kind of forgot you were wearing it. Why the heck did they make you wear that thing anyway? You still don't remember anything.
Well, actually, I did remember a little.
Oh. Really?
Yes.
What did you remember?
My father.
When Dad, you remembered that? Did it just pop out of nowhere?
Please, don't joke. This is serious.
Sorry. So you remembered who your father
Yes.
was? What about your mom?
I don't seem to have one.
Oh. So your dad raised
Well,
you? It's stopped for a moment, then calmly Case stopped for a moment, then calmly folded his hands in front of him.
I was raised in the facility where my father worked. He was the only person who worked there, which meant he was the only person I saw until I was older. That had been the situation for as long as I could remember, though, so I never thought it odd.
He wouldn't allow me to go near him while he was working, but the only times he wasn't working were the times when he was sleeping. As such, the only communication I had with the education software he had given me. I suppose I was a fairly expressionless child then. We developed body language to communicate with others, and with no one else to communicate with. I suppose it makes sense. Once I learned to read and write, I began to realize my situation was not normal. Many of my books mentioned a mother as a part of a family, and in several of the mother and father and children would eat meals together and talk to one another. Soon I found myself longing for a mother of my own, someone who would always be with me, who would scold me if I did something wrong at night. Then they would read to me before bedtime. If only I had a mother like that, I thought I would be so happy. So for the first time in my life, I asked my father for something. He had finished working, and as usual, was making his way towards his bedroom when I stopped him and asked for a mother. He looked at me silently for a long moment before finally responding, "Okay." I remember this day how happy I was at that moment. A few months later, he called me into his laboratory. It was the first time he'd ever done anything like that. My heart was beating quickly as I stepped inside. Standing next to him was a young woman, and my hopes soared when he said her name, I'd rather her ID number, they were dashed. He had given me a robot to play the part of a mother. I didn't want a mother that was just a machine who did what a human told her to. When I told my father that, he looked surprised for the first time in my life. Then he frowned, coughed, and admonished me for being a whiner. He never scolded me for anything before. At first, I was surprised and angry. Hot tears streamed down my face. My father ordered the robot to take care of me and shooed us out of his lab. The robot was very convincing, and she smiled and spoke as if she was a real person, but I refused to answer her and locked myself in my room. You could talk to a robot and it will respond. But in the end, you're still talking to a machine, not a person. If that was what I wanted, I still had the education software my father had given me. When I ignored the robot as it tried to take care of me, it looked sad. Couldn't really be sad, of course. It was only programmed to look that way. A robot's facade of sadness didn't mean anything to me. After that, I stopped expecting anything from my father. We never really spoken to begin with, so it was easy enough for me to make sure we never saw one another. I lived my life as if he didn't even exist. Perhaps it seems strange to you that I continued to live with him, but I never considered leaving. Perhaps in the hidden depths of my heart, I longed for a relationship with my father. Everything changed when I was 18. I left my room one morning to find a woman standing outside of it. She was the first human I'd ever seen apart from my father, and I was understandably surprised. For a moment, I thought my father had created a new robot, but when I told her, she laughed and explained that she had come to help him. As it turned out, she was a very mysterious person. She was much older than I was, but something about the way she behaved was almost girlish. She would tell me stories about the world outside in such a way that I was never sure if she was telling the truth or making up fantastic lies. Ultimately, though, the truth didn't matter. I loved her stories. She wasn't helping my father directly with his research, so I spent most of my days with her. Before long, I discovered she'd known my father when he was young. She told me stories about how he'd fallen in love as a younger man, and I began to imagine that the person he'd fallen in love with had been her, and that she was, in fact, secretly my mother. After she settled in with us, our long-established routine began to change drastically. First, we started to eat together. Before then, I had never shared a meal with anyone in 18 years. Changing up my seating right now. She scolded me for my table manners, or more accurately, the lack thereof. If I was going to eat with others, she said I would need to be more polite. So the first instance of an actual mother Kay had. My seat's getting a little uncomfortable, so I'm putting something on it. Much better. Having eaten alone my entire life, manners had never been something I'd even thought about. My father got into trouble when making the mistake of reading through research papers during dinner. The look of surprise and embarrassment on his face made me burst into laughter. I couldn't remember the last time I'd shared a laugh with my father. It might have been the first time. The first time for everything. The room we considered our lives. Our living room changed too. Before it had been just another room, but she made it comfortable. After we finished our dinner, I would sit on the sofa and relax with her and my father. Those times were the ones I cherished the most. For a little while, every day I got the family I'd longed for ever since I was a child. At her suggestion, I started to help with my father's research. He specialized in genetic engineering, and I discovered I had an interest in it as well. Time faded away as I lost myself in research. Now that we were working and studying together, my father and I had a great deal to talk about. For the first time in my life, we began to speak with one another like father and son. Whenever I impressed him with something I'd learned, I felt a surge of happiness, and it drove me to study even harder. My days felt full, bright, and meaningful, but most importantly, I was happy. 4 years had passed in a blink of an eye until one day I happened to overhear my father and the woman speaking in the laboratory. Her tone was serious, so I listened closer, curious to know what they were talking about. That was when I heard her say that she had planned to give her life to achieve their goals. It was clear she wasn't behaving metaphorical. She would have to die. I was in shock. The research I had thrown myself into would lead to her death. I'd asked my father to stop his research immediately. He refused to listen. She agreed with him. She told me that she had been prepared for what she had to do since the day she came to our facility. My father had known about it from the beginning as well. Angry and disappointed, I began to investigate what exactly the research I had been helping with was working towards. Perhaps I thought I could figure out a way to keep her alive. I discovered much more than I bargained for. To begin with, I learned the ultimate success of my father's research would require a good deal of sacrifice. I also learned that my own existence was just another part of his project. I had been created to function as my father's spare. Oh, if he died during his research, I would intend to continue it in his place. Holy shit. I was stunned. I was furious with my father and with her. And even with the research I poured myself into for 4 years. There was only one thing to do: destroy the facility and end my father's horrible research once and for all. I made plans to destroy the main reactor with the entire facility, but she saw right through me. My father was livid and locked me in my room until his research was complete. All I could think of was how I might stop him. She did her best to convince me that I'd misunderstood, that everything would be fine. As much as I wanted to believe her, I remembered in the back of my mind she had been the one who pushed me to become involved in my father's research. Had that been an earnest desire to give me something to do with my life, or still I couldn't bring myself to hate her. She had given me a reason to live, even if she had conspired with my father to mold me into his replacement. The warmth she had shown me had been real. She made me feel as if I had a real family, and that was something I wouldn't have given up for the world. I pleaded with her to leave, but she quietly shook her head. There was someone very special to her. She told me he had saved her life once, and she felt her death would help to repay that favor. She would have liked nothing more than to marry him and live happy, normal life together, but she couldn't for his sake. She said, and for that sake of the future she had wanted, she was determined to see my father's research succeed. I realized then that although she was the most important person in my life, there was someone more important than me and hers. I need that drink. Oh my god. She tried to explain that beyond what we could see was a future where no one would have to die, but I refused to listen. What good was the potential future to me? It was what I had now that I wanted. I couldn't stand a thing that she would give her life for a man I'd never even seen. So I shut myself off from the world. Perhaps this is why I lost my memory. That was a lot of talking. Alright. Kayla, deep, tired sigh. Me too.
I'm sorry. I lost track of time.
It's okay.
Not having any memories is less than desirable, but it could be argued that regaining them is almost more taxing.
So you remember almost everything?
No, the details are still indistinct, especially more recent events. Sigma, I'm sorry, but would it be alright if I laid down for a bit?
Yeah, I need to lie down for a bit because of my...
I don't feel very well. It must be because I remembered so much so quickly. My head feels like it's going to explode.
Are you okay?
Yes, I think I just need to rest.
Okay. Take as long as you need. I'll go look for Culver and tell
I'm
you
sorry.
myself.
Thank you.
Kay lowered himself heavily onto the red sofa in the corner of the room. Well, guess I better get moving then. Huh. That was a lot of goddamn reading. I stopped outside the room and nearly ran into Vi. What are you doing here? You're supposed to be waiting back in the warehouse.
Yeah, I know. I just decided to go check on you guys. I waited a long time and nobody showed up. Judging by your face, you haven't found them either. Damn.
Yeah.
Where's Kay?
He's in the lounge.
You decided to split up?
Well, not quite. Instead of waiting for my answer, she opened the door into the lounge and walked in.
What's up with him?
I guess he's not feeling too well. He said he wanted to rest for a
Is he alright?
I think so. We should leave him alone now, though. Remember, there's a real person in that suit. I'm sure he's just tired.
Tired, huh? How are you feeling? I feel tired just looking at you. Your face is like a week-old sock.
Really? Well, I guess I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little exhausted. I mean, all of a sudden, I wake up trapped in some weird-ass game, and then dead bodies start turning up. Honestly, I'm amazed I managed to hold on to my sanity for this long. Just about everything here makes absolutely zero sense. The more I try to figure any of it out, the more I feel like my brain's just going to melt and run out my ears. You know what I'm talking about, right? We managed to figure out who the killer was, but there's still 100 other questions we had no idea about. Where the hell are we? Why are we even here? What's this whole nonary game thing for? And what is Zero Senior up to? Hell, how about who Zero Senior is? The rabbit said he was one of us, but... Do you think it's
Who
Dio?
knows?
Besides, we still don't know why Dio killed them. He said he was ordered to do it, but... There's more to it. What about the old lady? Who is she? What's her deal? Hell, what are any of our deals? I don't know jack shit about anybody here. I don't even know anything about you, Fi.
Are you serious? You can't honestly suspect me, can you?
No, that's not it.
I'm just like you. I was kidnapped on December 25th and brought here too.
She trailed off. You heard that, right?
Yeah, it came from the hallway.
Let's go have a look.
There's nobody here.
Maybe they got on the
Let's try hitting the
elevator.
button. If the door doesn't open immediately, then we'll know the elevator's downstairs.
Oh, it was downstairs.
Thought so.
Let's get going. Well, it couldn't be Dio that's running around because we locked him in there. Can't be Kay because he's arrested. The only person that I could think about is Temioji, Clover, and Cork. Which way? Or do you think
Let's
they
just
went?
head for the green door. Because
Why?
the treatment center's there. That's where Dio and Quark are. You aren't
so
worried? I just want to make sure they're safe.
They're fine. Temioji and Clover probably made that noise. Well, maybe both of them. But I don't think they hurt Cork. or
Are you
Dio.
sure? Dio admitted to killing the old woman, but he still insists that he didn't kill Alice or Luna. What if he's telling the truth?
Are you serious? I gotta believe
Doesn't
him?
matter. I just want to know if they're safe. No harm in being careful.
Alright, fine. Let's go. Find him. Treatment center. Let's see if there's anyone in here. We head for the first pod. Crack the top open and lift it back. Is Cork still in there? Yep, he is. There was Cork, sound asleep. See?
Yeah, I guess you're right. I was probably getting worried for nothing. How about Dio?
That's open news. Ah, here it comes. Holy shit! Somebody killed him. What the hell?
Check his pulse!
It's probably pointless to check his pulse. He was obviously dead, but I did anyways. Yeah, he's dead.
Look. The oxygen level for his pod says 0%.
Then that means he's asphyxiated. But
Someone
why?
must have tampered with the pod and lowered the oxygen levels.
Who?
Look, we should go tell Kay about this. Come on, let's go!
Without waiting for me to follow, if I turned and ran off. Took a deep breath and followed. Fine, I bursted into the lounge and ran up to Kay. Kay, wake up! Something's happened. He didn't move. I grabbed him by the shoulders and shook him. He twitched and quickly sat up.
What is it?
We explained about how we found Dio dead and how it looked like he died of asphyxiation. Appears that someone had reduced the oxygen levels of his pod to 0.
What? But why? I thought that Dio was the one who killed the old woman, Alice, and Luna. Then who killed him, if he was the murderer?
The only people who could have done it are Clover and Temioji.
There's also Quark.
What? No. It's impossible. Are you suggesting Quark woke up, opened his pod from the inside, killed Dio, and then went back to sleep?
No, I'm just saying that strictly speaking, it's a possibility. So just, you know, take it into consideration.
Well, in that case, Phi, I hate to say it, but doesn't that mean that you could have done it?
Me?
Yes. You could have done it any time after Sigma and I left the Floor B warehouse.
Don't give me that. I was waiting for Clover and Tenmyoji to show up. They never did, though, so I got impatient and went to find you guys. Then I bumped into Sigma in front of the lounge.
She went on explaining about the sound we heard.
I see. So you heard something. Then perhaps it is likely that Clover and Tenmyoji were at fault.
Were the two of you together the whole time you were investigating?
Yes, we were.
You never split up or anything?
No.
In any event, we don't have a great deal of time to discuss it.
Yeah, we only got 7 minutes? Oh crap, we only got 7 minutes until the primary door's open.
All right, let's get back to the Floor B warehouse. Maybe Clover and Tenmyoji are already there.
Oh, where is Dio's bracelet?
Is what?
Huh?
You didn't take it? Dio was a green solo. Phi and I are the magenta pair.
Shit. You're right. Without Dio's bracelet, we won't be able to open the secondary door.
I fear not.
And we need to hurry. Drop by the treatment center on the way back. Grab
All
the
three of
bracelet.
us don't need to go. You two go on ahead. I'll get the bracelet.
All right.
Oh, one other thing. I need to give you these.
Yup. Bracelets for these Allison
Yes.
units.
Without these, you would be stuck. So, here you are. Please, take them.
Alright. Grab the bracelets and shove them into my pocket.
All right, let's get going.
Alright. Shit, they're
Maybe
not
they
here.
did go through the door, like Kay said.
With Cork's bracelet? Or what? Oh, come on, man. Better not give me... Maybe they're already dead, crap. Got enough of it from Dio. You've gotta be kidding me. This isn't funny, Phi. If you're right, then UK, Cork, and I are the only people still alive in
Hey,
here.
lay off. I want to believe they're alive too, but
I heard a noise.
I apologize for keeping you.
did you get Dio's bracelet?
Well, technically, yes, but...
Huh?
Best you just see it. This is what I found in Dio's pod.
What?
What? Someone broke it?
I
What the
assume
hell?
whoever murdered Dio did this.
But why? There's no
I can't
point.
say for sure, but if I were to guess,
Chromatic door, 5 minutes.
with a bracelet like this, I doubt we can get past the secondary door.
That means Kay and I.
Oh no, shit. You're gonna...
When the time comes, if anyone is left, there'll be pain.
I see. That's what they wanted. Whoever killed Dio wanted to use the game to kill me and Kay. That's why they broke the bracelet.
I think so. It makes the most sense.
How could you be so calm? 5 minutes, you're gonna be...
Go on ahead, Sigma. You have those bracelets Kay gave you, right? You should be able to get through the secondary door with those. So just...
Fuck that. You know, I can't just ditch you guys
But
like
if you
that.
stay here, you'll...
You think I don't know that? What kind of monster am I if I just leave you alone here to die? Ah, god damn it. This is bad. What was I going to do? I need to calm down. Just calm down. Calm down and think. There has to be a way to save them. There has.
The first is an anesthetic called Soparil Beta. The other is a muscle relaxant called Tubocurarine. Your bracelet also has a bunch of needles on the inside. If you break the rules, those needles hop out and inject you.
My brother told me about that. Neostigmine is a type of cholinesterase inhibitor. That means it's sort of an antidote for tubocurine. I knew it!
Give it back. I found it, so it's mine.
To each according to his needle. Of course, the antidote.
The antidote?
I don't have much time to explain. I took off and ran towards the exit.
Sigma, where are you going?
Stay here. I'll be right back. I bolted out of the warehouse toward the treatment center. treatment center. I think Dio put it in his pocket. Come on, please still have it. Sweet. Sweat was pouring down my face, but I didn't bother to wipe it off. There wasn't time. Dug frantically through Dio's coat until... Aha! Found it! Oh. There's only one dose. The injection gun uses the whole bottle at once. Shit. Can't save both of them. 1 minute. Shit. Spun around and shot toward out the treatment center.
3. Chromatic door.
No, you gotta be kidding.
Dear.
Sigma.
There was a sharp, quick pain in my wrist, barely even noticeable. Couldn't feel anything flowing into my veins, but I knew it was there. First would be the anesthetic, so for real. Blinked, and my vision started to blur. When I tried to think, I felt like my mind had been stuffed with cotton. My legs began to wobble, then gave out entirely as I crumpled to the floor. I couldn't fall asleep. I had to give one of them the antidote before my bracelet injected me with Turbocurry. With every ounce of strength I could muster, I forced my eyes back open. Kane fight lay limp on the floor in front of me. In my right hand, I could feel the injector gun with its precious cargo. I could only pull the trigger once. Who was I going to choose, Phi or K? No, what was I thinking? There was only one answer. Phi. I didn't even have a choice. After all, K's entire body was covered in impenetrable metal. I'm sorry, K. Summoned up as much energy as I could and dragged myself towards Phi. After what felt like an eternity, I was finally within arm's reach. No time to waste, I pressed the gun to her arm and pulled the trigger.
Sigma, what the hell did you...
I injected you with Neostigmine. It's a type of chlorine inhibitor. It's the antidote to the muscle.
Why did you pick me?
Because I can't use the injection gun on K. I never get through the metal.
Then why didn't you inject yourself?
Guess you've got a point. Honestly, didn't even cross my mind.
You're the biggest idiot on the planet.
Hey, come on. This isn't the kind of thing to say to somebody who's about to die. How about some more
No.
tender?
Screw this. I don't want to live if it means being in debt to you. No, goddamn. I'm not gonna...
Her words slurred and slow, her eyes flustered close. She wasn't dead, of course. I could hear her faint sound of breathing and see her chest rise and fall. Good. It's going to be alright. But Kay looked up in his direction though. That's when I noticed it. Open. There's a hole here on the back of your head. Yeah, it looks like you could insert something. It says open, so maybe if you put some kind of key in
You could
there.
open up the suit and take the mask off.
Wait, then he... But when could I have... It's empty.
Yes.
Was there something in there
No,
before?
it was empty when I found it.
what if he lied? Could Kay have taken the key? Now he'd gotten it, didn't really matter anymore. What didn't matter was that Kay had been able to remove his armor. He had... Holy shit, then that would mean Dio's killer is... I coaxed as much strength as I could from my increasingly lethargic body and fell towards Kay. Kay, wake up. Come on, talk to me. I grabbed his shoulder and shook him until he finally shifted.
Sigma.
I just need to know one thing. Did you kill Dio? You weren't sleeping, were you? After I left, you took off your armor. Didn't want to go the same way I had, so you took it the other door. After you went the long way around through the warehouse and the crew quarters, you head for the elevator. I bumped into Phi when we went back to the lounge to check on you. We saw you, or we saw your armor, I guess. By then you would have been out of it. While you were in the lounge, you went to the treatment room and killed Dio. You must have turned off the oxygen in his pod, although you probably didn't stick around to make sure he died. Saying you were in a hurry to get back before Phi and I noticed something was up. Once you got back to floor A, you needed us out of the lounge, so you made a noise in the hall to lure us out. Then you ran around, took the long way back to the lounge so you could enter through the rear door. Man, this is complicated as hell. Once you were there, you put your suit on again and waited for us. As soon as we found Dio's body, we did exactly what you expected. Kay, wake up. Something's happening. You pretended to wake up, very disoriented and confused. What is it? Come on, Kay. I'm almost out of time. Did you kill Dio?
Yes, your reasoning is correct. I killed him. Because I couldn't forgive him. He took the life of someone very important to me. I couldn't...
Who did he kill?
The old woman. She was like a mother to me. She showed me how to see...
Oh,
to see
she's the
meaning
woman.
in my life.
Wait, are you
Yes,
saying...
I am. She was the woman who came here when I was 18.
Oh my... Whoa, hold on. What do you mean here?
Sigma, unfortunately, we are out of time. There's something I have to tell you. I made a promise that you would hear it. Do you understand? This is very important. You must pay attention.
Alright.
Cannot forget.
Forget. It wasn't making sense. It's about to die. How on earth would I be able to remember anything for more than a few seconds?
If you see a lion with two heads devouring the sun, remember these letters. M-I-L-K-E-V-O-L-I.
Milk Cavoli.
This will open the second gate.
What the hell? Okay. Who told you to tell me this? No. Who are you? Show me. Show me who you really are. Grab a hold of Kay's mask and tore out. What? No, that's impossible. That face. It's my face. What? I felt a sharp pain in my left wrist and my body collapsed. Secret drug, the second drug, turbocurine. My vision began to blur and my head felt unnaturally heavy. The world faded away, my conscience slipped down the cold, dark waters of nothingness. K-End. Through the looking glass. Oh, that was a lot to take in. I might as well finish this up since, you know, the whole entire thing. Close as we've gotten to getting outside, and now I'm back in here talking to Luna because that. Well, actually, one of them is probably isn't a murder.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about Alice. Pretty sure she committed suicide.
All of humanity is going to die. Adults, children, everyone. Everyone! There won't be anyone left! I'd rather die here!
She'd been infected with Radical 6. I think that infection caused her to take her own life. She used Dio's knife, which she found in the warehouse after the AV room moved and exposed it. She took it with her and then used it to stab herself in the crew quarters. Next are Clover and Temioji. First question is, who put the handcuffs on them? Clue is the message Clover left, 016. If you think about it, though, it doesn't make sense. Clover's left hand was in the handcuffs. That means she would have written it. Would have to write it with her right hand on her right thigh. Feel like it would have been really hard to do that, you know? Why not use the left though? Thing is, I think she did. When she died, her left leg slumped together and the message got transferred to the right thigh. We just never saw the original because we didn't bother to check the other leg. In other words, she wasn't trying to write 016. She was trying to write Dio. With her dying breath, she was trying to tell the name of her killer. Now, about Kay and Dio. I think there's a pretty good chance Dio killed Kay. Here's how I imagine it happened. Kay probably sprayed Dio's bracelet with the luminol. We found the bottle in Kay's robe. Come on, you would have seen the reaction immediately, but Dio would have known what was coming. As soon as Kay turned the lights off, it'd be clear that Dio had taken the old woman's bracelet. My guess is he decided to take preemptive action. When he found their bodies, the light was in the rec room, where the rec room were on. Maybe Kay turned the switch off, light off, and Dio took the opportunity to attack him. Kay was hurt pretty badly, but he didn't die right away. But he managed to grab the spear and stab Dio. Then he died. So that accounts for all 6 bodies, none of them your fault.
Sigma, I'm glad you don't think I did it, but all of your theories are just, well, theories. Like Alice committing suicide. How can you be sure? Say she was infected with Radical 6. She could have been murdered before her symptoms even began to present themselves. As for Clover and Tenmyoji, I could easily have killed them. You don't have any proof that Clover's message was mirrored like you say, or even that it was supposed to refer to Dio. Even if it did, that's not conclusive evidence of his guilt. The same goes for Kay and Dio. I could have killed them both. Why do you trust me so much? I'm a machine. I'm part of this place. How can you trust a machine?
That's why I trust you.
What?
I trust you because you're a robot. You're a robot. This is just one more reason you can't be the killer. Well, 3 more reasons.
Have you ever heard of the 3 laws of robotics?
Rule 1. A robot may not injure a human being or through inaction allow a human being to come to harm.
A robot without the 3 laws is just a bunch of metal and plastic.
Sigma.
Luna, I have to ask you. Can you tell me, well, everything you know? Your mind is in the central server. You should know everything that's happened here. There was a long pause. Luna stood up and walked deeper into the garden. I followed her in silence. Eventually, we reached the bench. Luna quietly sat down, and just like last time, I lowered myself down beside her.
You were right. I didn't kill them. How should I explain? Well, actually, you got most of it right.
That doesn't matter. Tell me everything.
Well, first, yes, Dio did sneak into the facility. He used the large cargo elevator and came into the warehouse on floor A through the number 9 door. Since the game hadn't started yet, anyone could go through it.
That doesn't really sound like sneaking. It sounds more like he just walked in.
Yes, I guess you could say that. He did get in pretty easily, but that's because Zero Jr. lured him here.
What do you mean?
Dio wasn't a surprise. Both Zeros knew that he was going to come.
So they brought him here.
In a way.
But why?
Because his presence was an important part of Zero's project.
What project?
I can't go into that right now. We'd be here forever. Right now, let's just focus on the murders, okay? Anyway, Dio found his way in. They made sure he didn't know that he was actually being let in.
So why did he come here?
To make sure Zero's project failed. His first step was to pretend to be one of the players. As for how he did that, you had it pretty much right. The old woman was the first one out, and he killed her under the graffiti. He put her bracelet on after he wiped the blood off it with the handkerchief. Then he wrapped the knife up and hid it between the 5th and 6th AB rooms.
5th and 6th?
Counting from the left in their original placement.
In other words, the rightmost room would be the 6th room, and the one next to it would be the 5th.
After that, he went back into the 5th AB room where Quark was sleeping. Then he just waited for Quark to wake up.
What were you doing while that was
Nothing. I couldn't do anything. My body had been turned off. Zero Jr. had powered me down. My body wasn't activated until after Dio went into the 5th room. I couldn't help her. All I could do was watch while she was murdered. Everything in this place is controlled by Zero Jr. I couldn't try and prevent Dio from getting in either.
Wait, if Zero Jr. controls everything, then he was the one who moved the 6th room with the crane.
Yes, that's right. Zero Jr. moved the room, not me.
Then who moved the old woman?
Me. It took me 10 minutes to get out of my AB room once I was turned back on. I ran over to check on her as soon as I did. Then I carried her back to the room I'd been in.
Why did you do that?
Because I was ordered to.
What?
Luna, listen to me very carefully. As you already know, the final stage of the project begins in 2 hours. This will be the culmination of many years of hard work. We cannot afford failure.
Yes, I understand.
Then let's make sure. What is your mission?
Enter the Nonary game as one of the participants and observe the actions of the other players. Ensure that they do what they are supposed to and guide them down the correct paths.
How many players will there be?
Myself and 7 others, ma'am. Will you be participating as well?
Yes. Our plan dictates that I must. An individual by the name of Dio will be entering this facility presently. He has been led to believe he is doing so undetected. You've been briefed on him already, correct?
Yes. He will murder the first person to leave one of the AB rooms and take their place. If a pair is the first out, he'll probably kill both of them. That's all the information I've been given on him, ma'am.
Is there a problem?
With all due respect, ma'am, I would like to state that I don't feel right about this. We know someone is going to be killed, and we're just going to let it happen? I also have doubts about the use of Radical 6. Are you sure? Infecting all these people with such a horrible disease.
That is none of your concern. Your only concern is to follow your orders.
But...
Luna, I am giving you an order. I am in command, and you do as I say. You are programmed to do as I say. You know this.
Yes.
Good. Now, I have one final order.
Another order, ma'am?
Yes. When you leave the AB room, the person Dio has killed will still be there. I would like you to move them.
Where?
To the room you are about to enter. The 6th AB room.
But why?
Not your concern. As a participant in the game, you must have as little knowledge of it as possible. That is why I have made sure you are unable to access any classified data. There are things you must not know. In order for this project to succeed, We need you to be as close to a clean slate as possible. There are some things you already know, which ideally you would not. Unfortunately, this is unavoidable, so you must refrain from divulging anything you know about the project to the other participants. You must never tell anyone what you know about Dio, or the body, or that you carried it to the 6th AB room. You will have to pretend you know nothing more than the rest of the participants.
Is that an order?
Yes. Do I make myself clear?
Yes.
But sometimes you could
After
override
that,
an order.
I went into the AB room as I'd been told to. As soon as I stepped inside, my body deactivated. But since my brain is in the main computer, I was still awake. So I still saw everything. While I waited, I used the security cameras to see what was going on in the rest of the facility.
And you saw the old woman being murdered.
Yes, it was hard. What I was seeing made no sense. Several of my higher level processes nearly failed. To think that she would be the first person to come out. I think she knew that Dio was going to kill her. When she'd said she had one final order for me, I didn't understand what she meant. Like a fool, I told her I didn't approve, when I had no idea what she was prepared to do. When she died, whatever I have that passes for a heart felt like it snapped in two.
Must have been hard. I think I understand. Everything you did because you've been ordered.
Yes.
To. And it was the old woman who gave you those orders. And is she Zero Senior?
No.
What? But she gave you the orders.
She did, but she wasn't the only person I took orders from.
There was someone else?
Yes.
That person is Zero
Yes.
Senior?
They worked together to develop the project she mentioned. So I suppose, technically, my orders came from both of them. And they were both controlling Zero Jr., too. I told you before that Zero Jr. moved the 6th AB room. Although that's strictly true, he didn't do it of his own free will. They ordered him to do it. He was following orders just like me. I don't know.
But why?
I really don't. Maybe they did it so that people wouldn't suspect me.
If they didn't want people to suspect you, then why have you moved the body in the first place? Eventually, we'd figure out that the rooms have been moved and that she was in your room.
Then maybe they wanted the opposite.
You mean
Maybe they wanted you to suspect me.
that doesn't make any sense. Either if they wanted people to suspect you, why move
You're
the
right.
room?
Then maybe they only wanted certain people to be suspicious of me.
You mean like Alice?
Yes. Perhaps they wanted Alice to find the handkerchief and the knife. That would explain why they moved the room.
So they somehow knew Dio would hide the knife.
Yes, I think so.
How could they know that?
Well, whatever the reasons were, Alice did notice that the room was moved, which meant that Clover also figured it out. And just like you said, Alice used the knife to take her life. Clover didn't realize that, though. Or perhaps she didn't want to. In any event, she decided that I must have killed Alice to keep her quiet. So she confronted me. It was right after the second round of the AB game. Using Phi's timetable, that would be 0 hours, 0 minutes.
Wait, you were listening to us in the security office?
Yes, that wasn't all I was listening to, though. I know everything that happened in the facility after my body collapsed.
You were watching through the security camera?
Yes, I was. I could see and hear everything. Anyway, we're at 0 hours, 0 minutes. I was in the hallway on floor A when Clover found me and took me to room 2 in the crew quarters. We entered at about 0 hours, 1 minute. She was very forceful.
I know you killed Alice. Tell me the truth, and I'll let you live. Now fess up! I'm only gonna give you one chance. If you lie, or try to play dumb or something, I'll kill you right in front of her!
I told her the truth, of course. I explained that I hadn't killed Alice, that she'd been infected with Radical 6, and it had caused her to kill herself. Clover was never going to believe that, though. We argued about it for nearly 9 minutes. It wasn't just Alice she asked me about. She asked me about the murder of the old woman, and about the AB room being moved. She wasn't very nice about it, but I couldn't answer any of her questions.
Yeah, because of
Yes.
your orders.
Then, at about 0 hours, 10 minutes, she must have run out of patience. She stuck her hand in her pocket and started moving toward me. She backed me up against the wall and pulled her hand out of her pocket. She was holding the injection gun. I tried to take it away from her. I even screamed for help. She refused to let go, of course. While we were fighting over it,
Well, hold on a minute. The trigger got pulled in the fight. I get that part. What I don't understand is why it didn't do anything
you mean
to you.
because I'm a golem?
Yeah.
One of my orders was always to act like I was one of the players. A human. Any human injected with that amount of tubocurarine would die.
That's why you, died? To keep up the facade that you were human?
No. I collapsed because Zero Jr. turned off the power to my body again. He probably felt he had to. Maintaining the illusion that I was human was probably in his orders, too. So to make it look like I had died, he'd turned the power off. Whatever the case, it was an accident. I don't think Clover ever intended to actually kill me. She only took the injection gun to try and threaten me.
How can you be sure?
When I collapsed, she looked terrified. She checked for my pulse and listened to see if I was breathing. She also shook my body and called out to me several times. If she'd meant to kill me, why do all that? After a few moments, she ran off to the infirmary to get the AED.
You mean the defibrillator?
Yes.
That uses electrical shock to restart the
Correct.
heart rate. So that's why she
Yes.
left. At 0 hours, 11 minutes, 40 seconds, Clover left the cabin in the crew quarters.
She ran off toward the infirmary. On the way, she bumped into Dio.
Dio?
Yes. I guess she just saw him, really. They didn't talk. She just ran past.
And he just watched her go by?
Yes. I imagine he was curious, of course. He probably wondered what she was doing, but he chose not to go after her. He had something else to do.
At 0 hours, 12 minutes, Dio enters the room.
He seemed pretty surprised to find my body.
Yeah, I
It
bet.
didn't take him long to get over it, though.
Wouldn't imagine it would. What did he do then?
He'd gone there for 2 reasons. One was to get Alice's bracelet, which was a blue solo.
Right. Without it, Dio and Kay, the yellow pair, wouldn't be able to get through the secondary door.
Yeah,
Right.
but he couldn't find it.
Of course. If I had already taken it by
Yes. But there was something else he wanted to do, too. He was there to take the knife. Removing it was gruesome.
But why did he want the knife? Was it because he used it to kill the old
No, I don't think so.
Then what do you think?
I think he didn't want anyone to see the engraving on the knife's blade. That's why he hid it so well after he killed the old woman.
Why wouldn't he want anyone to see
Do you remember what it said? There was a word engraved on the blade.
Myrmidons.
Yes.
What does Myrmidons mean?
It's the name of the organization he belongs to.
Oh, what is it? Like a club or
I
something?
don't think so.
Well, what is it then?
I don't really know.
No
I'm
idea.
afraid not.
Wait, wasn't he here to try and stop whatever Zero was doing?
Yes.
Then, wouldn't that mean he's on our side?
I don't know about that. He's killed 4 people.
That is true. Plus, he's kind of an asshole.
I'm not really sure he's on anyone's side.
Got a point. Damn it, this is ridiculous. Guess this enemy of my enemy isn't my friend, right? The enemy of my enemy isn't my friend.
May I continue?
Yeah, keep going. After he took the knife, Dio rifled through what few belongings Alice had. Luna said he didn't seem to be looking for anything in particular. He's probably just checking to see if she had anything useful. That was where he found the key to the K-suit. He didn't seem to have any particular reason for taking it, at least as far as Luna could tell. At 0:13, Dio left the room.
He heard Kay opening the cyan door and ran out. When he left, he was heading toward the infirmary. My guess is that he was going after Clover. He found her with the AED. She was probably planning to just ignore him and head back, but Dio didn't let her.
Hey, wait. Just what are you planning to do with that thing? Thinking about trying to resuscitate Luna? And why would you want to do that? You were the one who killed her, weren't you?
When Clover tried to push past Dio, Luna said they began the fight.
What do you think you're doing?
Dio pulled the knife out of his pocket and pointed it at Clover's throat. That was when he showed up.
Dio, what the hell are you doing? None of your goddamn business. Stay out of this, you senile old shit.
Like hell, you son of a bitch!
He let out a yell and leapt towards Dio. The younger man dodged him easily and lashed out with the knife. Temioji caught Dio's hand with a grunt, and for a moment the two men struggled. Then as the knife edged closer, he wrapped his other hand around the blade and tried to force it away. But Dio was a much younger and stronger man, and the wound Temioji gave himself with the knife didn't do him any favors. Put up a valiant fight, but with a roar, Dio threw him off, and Temioji collapsed to the floor.
What are you going to do?
Let's see. How about this? How cute. You two really look great together, you know?
What are you going to do to us?
Isn't it obvious? I'm gonna handcuff you to a sink. Actually, I already have.
Are you gonna beat us to death or something?
Ugh, no. Nothing so tasteless.
What are you going to do then?
How'd you like to make a bet?
A bet?
You've got, 20-some minutes until the primary white doors open. So I'd say you've got 25 minutes until they close. Give or take. If somebody happens to come by here before the doors close, you might live. But if nobody finds you, well...
We'll be penalized.
Exactly. So, I suggest you start screaming for help now. Unfortunately for you, just about all the rooms in this place are behind at least 2 nice thick doors, so unless they're pretty close, nobody's gonna hear you scream. Well, I'm off to the Floor B warehouse, okay? Enjoy your last 25 minutes. Later.
God damn it.
25 minutes passed and no one came.
Of course, because we were kind of in a rush.
Of course, by then there were only 3 other people who could have come, apart from Dio.
You mean me, Fi, and Kay, right?
Yes. You were in the crew quarters at this point.
Yeah. Kay had told us about you. We also noticed that the knife in Alice's chest had been removed. If only we'd know what was happening in the infirmary.
Unfortunately for Clover and Miyoshi, their time had come. Once the primary white door closed, both of their bracelets injected them with Soparil.
Yeah, sec,
Yes.
right?
Almost immediately they started to feel sleepy. I think that's when Clover realized she was definitely going to die. That was when she decided to leave her message. Just as you said, she wrote on her left thigh with her right hand.
And the word she wrote was
Yes.
Dio.
As for what happened in the rec room, well, I guess I don't really need to tell you. Your theory was essentially correct. What you said was what happened.
So Kay sprayed Dio's bracelet with glue, and then while his back was turned, Dio axed him in the head. Dio mortally wounded him, but didn't kill him, so Kay turned around and did deal with him the spear. And I'm guessing that's when we found him.
Yes.
When did Kay get the
After they went through the white door, Dio and Kay found themselves in the director's office. When they were done there, they headed back to floor A to look for everyone else. They went to the crew quarters first, then to the infirmary. Of course, they found Clover and Tenmyoji's bodies there. Dio expected to find them, of course, but he pretended to be shocked. Anyway, Kay checked them over for anything useful.
That's when he found the
Right.
luminal.
That's everything that happened. Do you have any questions?
Well, what do you think? Does a bear shit in the woods? Well, the first thing is Quark's bracelet. Why was it in the
Tenmyoji had it. Then when Dio attacked him, it fell out of his pocket.
But why did Tenmyoji have Quark's
I
bracelet?
told him where it was.
When?
Do you remember when you were in the rec room with Fi and Tenmyoji?
Yeah, when he sprayed us with the luminal, right? Sure, I remember.
Right after then. When he left the rec room, he went toward the green door to look for Quark. I ran into him at the end of the hallway, where the 3 doors and the switch are. That was when I told him. Look, Tenmyoji, the center door is unlocked. He took off through it without another word.
That was the treatment room.
Yes.
Right? Where Quark was
Right.
sleeping.
It only took him a moment. As soon as he saw Quark, he ran to his pod and started crying.
Out of relief,
Yes.
right?
The display on the pod showed Quark's vital signs. It was obvious he was alive the moment he looked at it. Next to the pod was Quark's bracelet. That was how Tenmyoji got it.
That was Quark's
I
bracelet.
took it off.
How?
Aluminum foil.
Wait, what? You mean the stuff from the crew quarters?
Oh, you found it? Did you know that aluminum foil has electromagnetic shielding properties?
What?
Here's an exciting fact. Your heart creates a bunch of faint electrical impulses. Anyway, the point is that you can detect the electricity
activity that your heart makes, like pumping blood. Your fancy little bracelets pick up on that. They're always watching.
Wait, so you're telling me aluminum foil can block the electromagnetic waves in your heart? Your heart sends out?
Yes, all you have to do is wrap it around your bracelet.
And then the bracelet thinks your heartbeat
Yes.
has stopped? Holy shit. Was that easy all along?
Anyway, I used some aluminum foil to get Quark's bracelet off. Then I put it next to the pod.
Wait, why was Cork in the pod to
Oh,
begin
that's
with?
easy. I put him there.
When did you
Remember
do that?
when we were first looking for Quark? I found him unconscious near the entrance to the Golem Bay.
So you carried him to the
Yes.
treatment pod? Were you the one who unlocked the treatment center too?
No, I was not. I do not have the authority to... That's right.
So it was Zero's Junior. This cat is undeniably annoying. Man, I didn't get any of this. Why the hell did he do that? I'm guessing it wasn't really him that did it, huh? He was just doing what Zero Senior and the old lady told him to do. Everything leads back to them. Of course it does. Question is, who is Zero Senior? So are you going to tell me?
Tell you what?
Isn't that obvious? Tell me what this project is? Everything that happens in here has something to do with it? So why were we brought
To
here?
play the nonary game.
And why were we supposed to play the nonary game?
That was part of the project.
Why did Alice kill her?
Because she was infected with Radical 6.
How did she get infected?
Zero Senior and the old woman did that.
Why?
It was a necessary evil. It had to happen for the project to succeed.
What would have happened if Alice hadn't committed suicide?
Clover wouldn't have suspected me, and she wouldn't have accidentally, killed me.
Then
I wouldn't
what?
have collapsed, and Dio wouldn't have found my body. That would have meant the confrontation in the infirmary never took place.
In other words, you're saying Clover and Temioji died for this project?
Yes.
Well, actually, it was the Turbo Curing that killed them. But they were all injected with it because of their bracelets, and they were only wearing those bracelets because of the nonary game. If the nonary game was part of the project, then that's one more way of
I guess, if you want to look at it that way.
Now, what about Kay and Dio? Why would they kill each other?
Because Dio killed the old woman. He was worried about getting caught, so he tried to kill Kay before he could find out the truth.
And if Dio hadn't killed the old lady, what happened in the rec room would never have taken
Yes.
place, right? So let me ask you this. Why did Dio kill her?
So that he could pose as one of the participants.
Why did he do that?
Disrupt the project.
And why did she let him kill
The
her?
same reason they did all of this. It was a necessary evil. The project couldn't be allowed to fail.
What is the project? What are they hoping to achieve with this project? 6 people died here. 4 of them were murdered, one way or another, by Dio. At first, it makes it look like Dio's the reason they all died. But that's not true, is it? All of them, all 6 of them, they all died for this project. That means the murderer, or I guess I should say murderers, were the old lady and Zero Senior, right? Please, Luna, tell me. What is this project about? Who is the old woman? Who is Zero?
Sigma, would you hug me?
What? Instead of answering, Luna wrapped her arms around me and buried her face in my chest. My own arms hovered in the air, confused about where they should go. I swallowed hard and tried to rein it in my heartbeat, which had suddenly doubled. I was about to speak when I felt something warm on my chest. Was Luna crying?
This feels nice.
Her voice shook as she spoke. However, I lowered one hand to her head and began gently stroking her hair. Hey Luna, what the hell is going on?
Sorry. My ABT is usually held in place by muscle fiber, but after Clover gave me the tubocurarine...
Okay, I get it.
Does it scare you? This is what I really look like. I'm a golem. Just a machine. A jumble of metal and plastic that pretends to be real.
I wrapped my arms around Luna and hugged her as tight as I could.
You believed in me this whole time.
Yeah.
Even though I look like this?
Of course. I trust you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I wish I could stay here forever. You feel so nice. But I think my time is up.
What?
I've done things I really shouldn't have. Do you remember what you asked me earlier? About if Zero Jr. had reactivated my body? Remember? The truth is, he didn't. I did.
Oh.
I went to the part of the core that controls Zero Jr. and I hacked it.
What?
Yes. That was the first thing. The second. Do you know what the second one was? If I had really wanted to, I could have saved Clover and Tenmyoji. Then
What?
Kay and Dio probably wouldn't have killed each other. That's not all. I could have stopped Alice from killing herself. And I could have even saved the old woman at the very beginning. In other words, I had the ability to disobey my orders. But I didn't. That's the second thing. I broke the first law. I was scared. I was afraid to die. Obviously, hacking the core and taking control of Zero Jr.'s systems is very, very bad. Golems who don't follow orders can become dangerous, so we're terminated if we disobey. You lose access to your body, of course, but everything that's stored in the core, your memories, your consciousness, is deleted.
Oh my. What? Wait, are you saying...
Yes. Very soon now, I'll be gone. Zero Jr. is probably recovering himself right now. Once he's done, I doubt I'll be around much longer.
What? Why?
I watched 6 people die and did nothing. I deserved this.
No. No, you don't. Even if you had done something, you would have been killed anyways. Can't blame yourself. You did what you could. You're not wrong. This game is what's wrong. Forcing you to watch your friends die is what's wrong.
Oh, Sigma, thank you. I'm really glad I met you.
Luna, it's going to be okay. I'm not gonna let them do this. You're gonna be fine, I promise. Just please don't.
Sorry. My time's up. At least I get to die in your arms.
Luna.
Thank you, Sigma, and goodbye, Doctor.
Doctor? But she couldn't answer. Squeezed my eyes shut and held her, unable to bear the thought of letting any more of her slip away. With one last quiet chime of the music box wound down, I was left with nothing but silence and the cold pool of tears over my heart. That is the Luna ending. That was a lot to take in. Luna N. Tears in the Rain. This game is gonna mess me up, isn't it? One day it will. One day it will. Alright. That's all I have time for in this video. Otherwise, this would be way too long of a video to upload. It would take me forever to try to upload it. So I'm just gonna stop it here, make another video, and just get back to it. So see you on the next video. If you liked it, leave a like and comment down below. Subscribe if you want to. But until next time, this is Monster Gamer saying to you all to be the best. And I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye!